Hello, everybody, and welcome to another glorious episode of the Jeff Has Cool Friends 100th episode, 4th anniversary extravaganza bonanza thing. That's exciting, right? These are fun to do, if not very daunting to schedule, but I'm very excited and very happy to be joined by three groups of incredible people. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to episode 73's John Jabs and episode 77's Ken Knapsack, where we talk all sorts of things about doing weird retro sports card stuff, and it's really fun. We have fun. Then we are going to be meeting Jordan Morris from episode 2 and episode 66's Joey Clift, where we're just going to have a good old time goofing off, being fun timing boys that were at the same happy hour at Comic-Con, and that's fun. And then finally, we are going to be joined by incredible writing talents, Jennifer Muro from episode 23 and Tom Krajewski from episode 76, co-creators of Primer, and what an incredible story these two have. So enjoy the episode. I will see you later. Folks, I have such a fun segment that I have been chomping at the bit to get done here. I have two people that are mutual supporters of each other, but from what I understand, have never actually met, so to speak, in a scenario like this. Episode 73's John Jabs from the Past is Alive. Such a great, fantastic YouTube page, opening both new and some, or less new, but more like vintage, perfect junk era baseball, sports card stuff. Just an absolute blast. Really, really great guy. In him, I see a kindred spirit. The amazing John Jabs, and episode 77's Ken Knapsack. Absolute Star Wars monster, pop culture maniac, and the curator of the Sports Card ASMR YouTube page. And just an absolute delight all around. Gentlemen, hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Look at this.
I love this. Since John did a thing talking about Sports Card ASMR on his channel, and I was like, that's my buddy Ken. And I was like, I have to get them together. So I finally found an opportunity to do that, and here we are. So guys, thank you so much for taking the time to do the episode.
Thank you, Jeffrey. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you, though we're now 2 years overdue for a sandwich, but this will do.
We are. We've been, and John, you got to fly out to LA.
Yeah.
Get a sandwich, bro.
One of these days, man. Definitely bucket list for sure.
Come out to you can come to Burbank Sports Cards. Their new their new Target-ified spot. If you want to go to a local card shop that doesn't really have the feel of a local card shop anymore, come on out.
Yeah, I've seen videos on it. Yeah, I'd like to catch one of your guys' shows out there too. It would be awesome.
Oh, I'll tell you what. I will say this, John. If you do come out for a second Friday, I will be 100% sure to book Ken Knapsack on that mint on card.
Wow. John, my comedy career rides on your travel schedule.
Ken's right now looking up flights. Like, can we put into this? One of the things I was afraid of with this segment, and I'm not actually afraid of, but I guess it's more of a soft prediction. I was like, are we just going to revert to talking about our favorite old baseball cards? And if we do, I'm okay with that. Mm-hmm. Because I think you two are experts in that. And that's fun.
Okay, I'll start. 1987 Donruss. Is that no?
Okay, yeah, with the baseballs on the side. It's the best way to find centering on a Donruss card is 87.
Absolutely.
So I have a question for you both. Now, what do you consider throughout the history of the sports card market to be your favorite visual set, like your visually favorite set, the set that you think looks the best or the most interesting out of all sets of sports cards that you've ever seen? John, I'm going to start with you.
Ooh, that's a tough question. I always seem to go right towards 92 Bowman. I don't know what it is about, if it's like the white border, because for some reason I love 90 Leaf too. And I'm not sure if it's a visual thing or just the attraction of those sets when they came out, because when both of those came out, I was like obsessed with getting my hands on them because of the rookie class in there.
Yeah.
92 Bowman, they're just so clean looking and they're so different and unique at the same time because you have all the players in their spring training attire.
Yeah, they do go really early on that. One of the things I love about those Bowman rookie cards is how it's just dudes that went to Sears. So they're very like, well, it's like you can see, and like John, you do this a lot when you open up the cards from like 84, right? It's like the uniforms aren't necessarily dated, but like you'll see little fashion accessories like
Oh, absolutely.
like the sunglasses that make you look like an absolute nightmare and stuff like that.
Nothing about baseball cards and take a look at some cards like 89 score and know pretty much exactly what era that's from on what's in the photo or just the photo quality in general. And I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely are sort of a snapshot quite literally of that. And I love that the rookie cards have that because, arguably the most important relief pitcher of all time has himself a rookie card in 92 Bowman in Mariano Rivera, and he looks like he's just getting his senior picture taken.
Probably about
He's
right.
got like the big kind of slightly baggy khakis. I think he's got like a braided leather belt maybe in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, it's just so good. Ken, how about you visually? Like what set has always stood out to you? Or like, I think this is the best looking.
What's the problem is I immediately go to the junk wax era, which John, you live in that world too. But so it's like it's hard to turn away from like 89 Upper Deck for what it did when you were there. I'm serious. Like 87 Donruss was like I was getting a bunch of 87 tops, the wood grain, and like I think I like those
Beautiful
more.
set.
Yeah, I like them more now than I did then because all my friends who had more allowance money were getting the 87 Fleers and 87 Donrusses, and I'm like, where I can't afford those. I can't afford those. So I coveted that black border 87 Donruss set. I also lately, because of Sports Card ASMR, because of wonderful folks like John, who's sometimes send me some packs of cards to open. I've been opening like I love 92 Fleer Ultra. I don't know what it is. It just looks like it's sparse design, super gloss, great photos. It's got a lot of early 90s graphics, but I'm always every time I see one of those, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna open that first.
Do you want a box? I think I have a box in the other room for you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Is
If you
that the
want it, you
cost
can
of a
just have it.
sandwich?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could just have a.
Yeah, that's a great looking set too, especially after the previous year. 91, their cards were just so bland looking with the gray. And then the next year they just come out and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
The inserts were awesome looking too. They just really spruced it up. And yeah, I totally agree with you on that one. The 92 Ultra is a great set.
91 Ultra, the color of that, I believe, is scratch ticket silver.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
I think that's that design. I will say this, and I stand by this, and I get a lot of looks from other people in this world, but 91 Score is the most interesting set visually because it is the regular set has so many insane subsets. And like it's color coded, and the base color coded cards look pretty good. They're multicolored.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's like the white draft pick ones, and they have all that. Then there are these K-Man, and it's like all these like starbursty like
Rifleman,
like, and then it's like Dream Team, and it's like all these. There's so many different. Like if you look at 91 Score, it might be the first set that went ape with the designs, and I stand by that being my favorite visually, even though I don't think one card in that entire set is worth more than 15 cents.
Unless you get that chipper, I guess. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because now that I'm doing an image search, I'm like, yeah, oh, that's right. Like that Bonds, the Barry Bonds from 91, it looks like a poster you'd hang on a wall.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do love that set because of that. We got the Master Blaster subset, Giggity. We don't know if we need that anymore, but the draft picks, like you said, and isn't it, John, you might be able to correct me. It's like one of the largest sets ever released, right?
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big. I want to say it's close to 800 cards. Yeah, they also have a card of a topless Kirby Puckett in there too, so that's interesting. And the Canseco one,
the iconic Canseco.
They go on with his shirt off and drove the women nuts back then.
That Canseco card is so iconic that I remember there was a comic book creators set. And Todd McFarlane, who's a big baseball guy, did the same pose as a bit.
Really?
Yeah. And Todd McFarlane, the creator of Venom and Spawn and all that, and the owner of many home run balls. Because he's the one that bought the home run race balls with McGuire and Sosa. He also bought the big Bonds ball. He did that, and then later they did it again. And Chip Zdarsky, who's a comic book writer, recreated Todd McFarlane's version of recreating Jose Canseco's version. So it's like you're getting this fun copy of a copy on that. I want to talk to you guys about not necessarily the industry because that's not really exciting, but I know like a lot of the fans, the people that listen, they're more of the non-sports crew here. Is there a non-sports set that you just fully live for from either the past? I know you did that wonderful bingo break.
Oh, that's so awful. Yeah, they have the TGIF laugh set. I've opened those and put the set together. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah.
I don't really collect non-sport, but I really like the mid '90s X-Men cards that Fleer Ultra made.
Oh yeah, the ultra ones.
Those are awesome looking. Yeah, to this day they still hold up, and they actually do have some value to them too. But they just look great.
There was a lot of like because that was like the Boris Vallejo, Julie Bell, Dave DeVries, like really high end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you are 1,000% right on that. Like that's a killer set.
I think a box of those. I mean, the box is a few $100.
Yeah, they get a little bit pricey. And the problem with cards like the Fleer Ultras of that era, as John, you would know because you've done videos about this specific thing, is that the gloss that was used in the early 90s for high-end cards becomes an epoxy in the heat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you get what's called bricking. Which is one of those scenarios where if you're buying a high-end set that's in a box, if you are in California,
Yeah,
you really are acknowledging that you're taking a gamble. I mean, it would be different in like Ohio or Minnesota or something like that, where the temperatures don't get as insane as to melt all the cards together. But man, the amount of sets, you know, where I've been like, I got these great cards, and then you kind of realize that none of them are moving in the pack, and you kind of do a little bend.
I've seen it with 2001 Tops, the factory sets.
Oh yeah,
they just pull a giant cinder block out. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, that's got to be such a bummer. That's like the Ichiro rookie, right?
Yeah, I still haven't. I tried to find ways to solve that, like foolproof methods on how to do it, and I've heard some new suggestions from people. People say a humidor will work. I haven't tried that yet, so I might try round two and just try to figure out a way to finally just solve that altogether.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, just take them in a sauna. That would be really funny. Just bring them into a sauna.
Take him to the Colorado Rockies clubhouse. You'd be all right. Is that 2001 top set special, John? I have some of those from back in the day, and I was looking up some PSA 10 prices, and I know there's thoughts on pricing and stuff, but like they're like really. I was like, whoa, what happened with this set?
Yeah, the Series 2's got Ichiro in it. I mean, that's really why. I mean, you can buy boxes of Series 2 like online, and they're not that expensive because they're all stuck together. I have seen people open packs, random packs that weren't bricked, and I don't understand how. I mean, obviously it's the way they were stored, but it seems like every single one of those packs I've ever seen or boxes was, completely stuck together. But they also had an employee set that they released, and those are like really expensive.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. So they get the little sneak.
The same thing. Yeah, the employee sets that were given out, they're cinder blocks too. So like
That is really
if someone could solve that, like and you could get packs of that stuff, it would be awesome. It'd be a lot of fun to rip open a box of those. And like I said, they're not that expensive, but that's because everybody knows that they're ruined, essentially.
Yeah, you've got to find them, and like they've got to have been kept in the perfect space.
Yeah.
It's funny too because like I'll go to like the card shop and they'll be like, Marvel Masterpieces or something from that era, and I'll just be like, so that's $400 a box. I did get a box of Marvel Masterpieces with the understanding it was like 400, and I said, I'll give you 200, and I'm fully aware that there's a chance that this will be bricked.
Yeah.
If they're bricked, I will not complain. I will eat that I will eat the gamble.
Right.
I was like, but nobody's going to pay $400 for these because of and then they did. They sold them to me, and they weren't bricked. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's why Jeff lives in a mansion now.
Is that what I do? Is you guys also are both like toy guys too, right? Like this is why I mean, I love you guys. Like, right. So like, what do you guys collect toy wise? John, I know you said you're a big Ghostbusters guy, right?
Yeah, I do the real Ghostbusters, the animated cartoon from the late 80s. That's always been like my favorite thing as a kid. And then I do other ones too. Probably, I don't know if you guys would remember them because they were kind of later on, late 80s, like Cops and Crooks.
Oh, yeah.
Short-lived cartoon in '88. I do some back animated series. I do Food Fighters, same era, 88. But those were the ones that I liked a lot as a kid. So,
Mm.
plus years ago, I was like, I bought one on card, and back then they weren't that expensive. I think I paid like $30 for a carded Winston figure, and then from there it was like, all right, I'm gonna buy these, and then just from there, I kind of really slowed down doing it because I've just kind of amassed a collection of like basically all the ones that I liked when I was younger.
Mm.
If I still see them here and there, I'm like, oh, I had those Fisher Price toys when I was younger. I want to get them in a box, and
Mm.
I'll still buy stuff like that randomly, but
Yeah.
kind of out of space.
I have a
Same.
friend. She was like, she's like talking about her I believe it was her husband. He has all of the Ecto Glow Ghostbusters.
I do. I have those too. So when they sent out the COVID relief checks, I took that check and I bought the Ecto Glow set for, I think it was $750 when I bought them, but they're all on the card. They're all unpunched.
Mm.
Damn.
Yeah, they sell. I don't know what they're at now, but I know if I were to take them and sell them, which I'm never going to do, they'd probably easily go for $3,000 or more.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seems like something you'd want to AFA just to put them in the case.
I've thought about that before. Yeah, so I was like, that's a hell of a deal. I'm not going to turn that down. Somebody listed them on eBay, and I forget exactly what it was, but I'm like, that's a deal of a lifetime. Because even back then, they were still pricey, but they weren't like they are now. And then I think the San Diego Comic Con, I think they just re-released them.
Mm.
Mondo has the license to do the real Ghostbusters stuff, and they're doing really gorgeous cartoon accurate recreations that are both in, I believe, 12th scale, or maybe 10th scale, which is like what we played with as kids.
Yeah.
And then I also think they were doing like 6 scale, so 1 foot tall versions of the real Ghostbusters.
That's awesome. I did come across those. Ken, what do you collect?
Most in terms of toys, it really, like you, has stopped because of time, space, and money. But Star Wars. I grew up in that golden era, so I do have a lot of old G.I. Joe figures. I also have a ton of the 25th anniversary. So it was like things I loved. But the Star Wars ones, I have my original Kenner set. I sold for all of them for $2 in a lunch pail in a garage sale in '85 because I wanted to get a skateboard, and that none of that worked out for me. The skateboard.
John just lit up when you said skateboard, by the way.
For like over 25 years, man. That's my life.
Yeah, well, the skateboard didn't last because I didn't last on it, so I traded it for a catcher's mitt because that was going to be my career after skateboarding. I was going to be Gary Carter.
Most major league players are like, well, it was after Star Wars and after skateboarding that I decided my true calling was to be a catcher.
Yeah, but a lot of that, I do have a lot of Lego sets from back in the day that over the years, and I come in and out of it. I sold a bunch last year. Because once I did that thing where you go to kind of eBay, like, oh, what would these go for? Holy, wow. Like, okay, I'm selling these. But yeah, so my collection is kind of slowed down. Being a Star Wars podcaster when, Funko was exploding and I have a ton of Star Wars Funko Pops that I can't get rid of. I have a lot of WWE stuff. I actually sold I had a CM Punk one that I didn't know was tremendously valuable, so I sold that. Basically, I'm a bounty hunter for selling toys for money. But even though I don't collect as much anymore, if I go to like Blast from the Past in Burbank, I have to like pull myself away from the racks because I'll just start, two aren't going to hurt.
It's addicting. I remember when I worked for Sideshow and people would talk to me and they'd be like, I can't wait to get this statue. I just got to save up this. I got to save this up. And I'm actually going without this. And then I would just be like, hey, man, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, man, it's just stone. It's just stone and resin. It's just a guy. It's just a chunk of rock that looks like Batman. Like, don't ruin your life over this. Like, don't. Eat your food.
Eat your food. Eat your food.
You should. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna skip buying lunch for the next 6 weeks so I get it. I don't think that's a good idea at all. You might be in the wrong hobby actually. But yeah, that is something to be said. And John, I think you really sort of nailed it too when you're talking about like where does collecting sort of slow down?
Yeah,
because there is such a fine line, and I think you guys are both really good at keeping that balance, and I actually look to you both for that of when does a collection become a hoard. And I should get rid of this stuff, a lot of this stuff, right? Like I do that a lot too, where it's like I have all these bulk cards after I do a break. You know, I'll do it. I must break you for like, I'll do I just did the new Star Wars card game. Yesterday I did that and I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to give some of these away to my patrons and then I got to get rid of the rest.
Yeah.
I got to find a way or else I'm just going to be having these mounds and mounds of cards. John, I know. Go ahead, Ken.
Well, no, I know this is audio, but I'm holding up 3 weeks worth of sports card ASMR breaks. And it's like, I don't need 91 Donruss Gary Gaetti's. I don't. And I don't. And so part of doing the ASMR channel, I had stopped collecting cards a long time ago. But I had a box of 87 tops and 91 tops from 91. I bought them there and they just followed me all through my life. And I had some other cards and I, love ASMR. I was like, what kind of channel should I launch? I've been a fan of it for years. Let me do my own. So sports cards, crinkles, scissors, all those things. But I started it, Jeff, to actually be like, this is how I get rid of the cards is I do the video, I'll cut them up and use them in the video or whatever I got to do. Then I'll throw them away. But what has happened is then you pull that Gold Cup Conseco and you're like, well, I'll just set that over here. Then you pull that. and now I have binders, I have boxes, I have, I have this in my collection. It's my Jerry Rice rookie. So
is that in a sleeve?
It's in 1987. I put this in this brick. So it's got an 87 tops. I was 12 when I did this. And the Jerry Rice rookie, it couldn't be 10, a graded.
I was going to say, did the corners get smushed down because it's in brick?
A little bit, but also it's not center cut. But, I looked up the price of this one day and had a heart attack with the 10. But so I have a lot of this stuff. And it's just now I need the lesson again because now I'm amassing a baseball card collection that I don't have space for.
I think a lot of what I do, if I do a break with like sports cards, because usually if non-sports cards, once I get rid of everything, I'll usually donate them to like Blast from the Past to sell from their bulk stuff. But with sports cards, I'll open them. And once I sort of cherry pick it all to send out to patrons or whatever, I sleeve it on the curb. And people will come out and they'll just take it. Or I'll leave it on like the free, the like free neighborhood Facebook thing. Be like, I left some sports cards out on the corner. Here you go. I gotta do it. And that does that. People seem to like that. If they're hunting for a fortune, they're probably not going to pull it out of a 23 tops base set or whatever. But
I just have to learn the balance because I think I was blissfully unaware of the Panini Mosaic cards. I thought they were like joke cards. I was like, these are the cards that don't have that. It's Albert Pujols of the St. Louis Professional Ball Club. I'm like, no one takes you serious, right? And then I got one like parallel or something that I looked up and I was like, oh, this needs to go in a top loader now. And that kind of changed, once you start seeing, and I haven't sold any of these, by the way. I go to that Burbank card shop that you're talking about. It's massive. It's crazy. It's very fun to go to, but like, I'm intimidated. I'm not going to go there and be like, anyone want that? Yeah. So I have them. I need to get rid of them.
So what's the best, and Ken, you might have already shown us this, but so John, what's the best card you've ever pulled on a break?
I was trying to think about that earlier because I had a feeling you were going to ask me that somehow. And like, it probably was quite a few years back. I opened 94 Bowman's Best, which is a set that I absolutely love. And pulled a Griffey refractor out of that.
Oh, damn.
I want to say the guy sent it in. I think he got a 9 on it. But just the refractor by themselves, not great or pretty valuable. But normally when I open stuff like that, I always get just some random, Glenn Allen Hill or somebody like that, or Melito Perez. Like they offer you like 1 per box, and it's usually like that I pull. So to get a Griffey, that was pretty amazing. But I haven't had any like crazy $1,000 pulls that I can think of in recent memory.
Right.
He pulled Griffey upper deck rookies and all that kind of stuff, but value wise, probably that Griffey. But again, I also open a lot of older stuff, and you're not going to pull anything crazy out of like 90 tops or 89 tops or anything like that.
There's one very specific thing that you're trying to pull out of 90 tops that would be pretty crazy.
If I pull that, then I will change that answer very quickly.
Yeah. It's funny. I have that. It's not the air card. I pulled it the other day, the Frank Thomas.
I still love that card. I love that card.
It's a great card.
Oh, yeah. I was obsessed with it. Also, Auburn was the name of a town next to where I'm from, Auburn, Massachusetts. And so when I saw his shirt said Auburn, I was 8. when that card came out. I didn't fully understand that Auburn could be the name of a college in a different state.
Right.
So I was
Right.
just like, what the f is he doing with the did he go playing baseball at the Auburn Mall?
Yeah.
And then my parents were like, you might be special. You might be a very special boy. I will say this, John, one of the most exciting things on your channel that I've seen, which was really fun, was you actually called your shot on the best possible card with a Derek Jeter gold rookie.
Yeah.
I believe, did
Oh,
you put
wow.
it like Kmart?
It was outside an old abandoned Ames.
Ames. Oh, God, Ames.
York, because you remember Ames, obviously, because you're
Oh,
from Massachusetts.
Northeast all the way, baby. I remember Ames. Ames was in my blood, baby.
There's still one up there. The building is still intact. The sign is still out there. I thought about traveling up there. I forget what the name of the town is. It's C something. Maybe you know what it is.
Where was it? In New York, you said?
Seaward. I think it's
Keyword New York. Yeah, that's it.
is in New York. Maybe I honestly can't remember, but so that's the second to last one still standing. So I'm like, I have to go there. I used to go to Ames all the time back in like '92 and buy packs of tops and toys and stuff. So we went up there and I took a few random packs with me, and the Jeter Gold was in there, which was nuts.
Yeah, and you literally, I believe, because I was watching that video and I popped.
Yeah. Amazing
It
moment.
was like watching my team hit a home run in the 9th inning of the World Series. Like it was just, I was like, whoa, which is exciting. Like one of the things I say about this is, John, the past is alive. When I was looking at doing breaks and I discovered your channel, I watched a bunch of channels, and some of them, it's all money, or, it's all value. It's all this, it's all that. And it's not fun.
Yeah.
When somebody gets a case, you see them opening packs, going through and just being like, blah, blah, blah. We're going to skip through the base. We're going to go through there. And John, what you've done is you've cultivated such a great and unique relationship among your watchers that I really was like, that's the vibe I want without being that guy.
Yeah.
And so that was really fun. And then Ken, in a very similar way, doing something so connected yet opposite.
Right.
It's so fantastic. And so having that in there and working that together. Ken, I didn't get an answer from you because I kind of drifted away. What's the best pull you've ever had?
In the recent years, I honestly, I don't know. There's like John, I haven't had that I have a sub series on my channel called Searching for Billy Ripken. So anytime I get an 89 Fleer, we do a very drawn out, dramatic pack break to see if I can get that face card. And we have not got the last time out. I pulled a Pete Stanisek, and as you pull the card on top of it away,
just like it.
And I was, and it's not even about the value. It's because I was there in that summer when that card was there. I saw one of my friends get it, and we were like, "Sean's rich for life. He's set for life," and it was just this fun. It's like you're talking about. It's I think too what I love about John's channel when I start checking in there. It's community, it's running jokes, the Kevin Bass joke, whatever it is. It's a celebration. Where a couple times I'll get some comments about like, why are you just doing the junk wax era? It's like, because I was 12 to 14, 15, and this is how I grew up, and I love this era. Like
it's also like the present is alive. You're in it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's and that is, I think, really, really great. Like my all-time greatest pull would be that Mantle auto that I pulled out of the 92 score pack. That was
that's a hell of a pull, man.
a hell of a pull. I will say a couple weeks ago, I was opening a box of Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And I have like one autograph guaranteed per box, right? And I ended up pulling the dog, Cosmo. And it was that girl, the girl that played Borat's daughter. It was fine. It was great character. I was like, oh, okay, like not anything I can recoup my expenses on, right? That not a Bradley Cooper or a Chris Pratt or something I could flip. And then I also pulled, though, a printing plate, a 1-of-1 printing plate signed by Karen Gillan and Palm Clemens, have like Nebula and Mantis. And I was like, I think this might actually be worth something. Like a 1-of-1 double signed. That's probably that's probably like $1,000, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
I don't know. I love pulling that. I open a lot of 25 tops now, and I actually really like the Heritage series because it's just fun to get the Paul Skeens in a 1974 motif, and so that stuff's fun. But I don't know, like it's that like I'm holding this one I opened up just today. This video hasn't even come out. I got the Ronald Acuna hot sauce card, and I'm like, this is I just want hot sauce cards. I don't want anything serious.
I
just
like
want
stupid. Yeah,
I like stupid. Yeah.
I like stupid, and that's fun. Stupid shit is fun. Like Garbage Pail Kids are fun.
Yeah.
The thing about it, Jeff, this is, I know there's no video. You can see it though. But this is probably actually my best.
So that's the pitching Shohei.
The photo,
Oh.
and that was pulled. I pulled that like before Christmas time. I forget about it a lot, but it did come back at 10. I think it's around. I think it's close to $700 now. So that's
Damn, dude,
Wow.
that's crazy. Like,
yeah. So I was pretty lucky, man, because it's like the centering looks off immediately. So it's like, yeah, this is definitely not going to come back as a 10. It's probably a 9, but whatever. I'll send it anyways, just for the hell of it. And it came back at 10. So I think it might be more than that now. So that's probably my best pull ever.
did they try to
That's
upcharge you for the value of that?
No, they didn't actually. That was the first time I ever sent the PSA. I sent 4 cards, and I sent the 2 Patrick Waugh rookies that I pulled out of the
That's
80
right, and they came back pretty high too, right?
Yeah, I watched that one. Yes.
nines, which I was pretty impressed by that. I was like, I'll take a chance, see what happens. But yeah, so that was a really good submission, my first one ever. So turned out pretty well for me.
The my weirdest PSA. I like to collect PSA cards that are a pop one because they're stupid and nobody would ever get them graded.
Yeah.
So it's like I opened Street Fighter the movie cards and they have one for the key grip. I don't know why, but I love that. So I was like, well, I'm getting that graded.
Union strong.
Like, imagine you gem that up. You know, a Gem Mint 10 key grip of Street Fighter rookie card.
Yeah, that's sick.
Like, because movie card sets used to do that, where you'd open like a pack of Demolition Man cards and you get like a producer Joel Silver card, and you're like, imagine being a kid, and pulling the Joel Silver. It's like somehow a below checklist level card. Kid.
Goddamn checklist.
I see all the time on eBay too, where people just submit common cards like 88 tops, and no one sends those in. They come back at 10, so it's like pop one, and then they list them for like $200. I know that because back then Jose Lean was my favorite player, like for like a couple years. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get a PSA 10 leaned 88 just for the hell of it, just because that was a card I loved back then. $200 for that card on eBay. I think it was a pop one. I'm like, I'm not paying that.
You know what I'll do is I'll pay $4 for a case of 88 tops, all of PSA 10 Jose Lean.
Exactly. So people do that on there all the time with stuff like that.
I love the Jose Lean connection. My little word trivia, my first ever Major League Baseball game that I attended was 88 Padres Pirates. Chris Brown won the game with a single up the middle, 4-3 in 10 innings, but Jose Lean hit his second and final home run of the season right down the line. I remember that. Never forget that.
That's awesome.
My first game ever was Aaron Seeley's debut for the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah.
My favorite player years later, Aaron Seeley, same thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right.
He's a couple of years, like kind of after once Lean went to the Royals and he got involved in some legal issues. I was like, I got to move on to somebody else, and it just happened to be Aaron Seeley after that. So I PC'd him for a couple of years. So that's awesome. That.
I tried getting his autograph. He wouldn't do it, but catcher Bob Melvin did.
Really?
He ended up becoming because he was just like getting ready for his debut and didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah.
And I was 10, so I didn't really understand that. So I was just like,
Work
hey, man, I know
habits.
you're getting ready for your major league debut, but do you want to sign my book?
No.
And then the catcher's like, I got you. And then he ended up becoming like a pretty prevalent manager.
Good manager. Absolutely. Yeah. Good manager.
Which I thought was great. So I'm going to kick you guys off the show. I mean, I don't want to, but I can't have the show be 2 hours of just us talking. That would be too unstoppable. But I want to ask, so like, give me your favorite rips, as in your favorite things to open, and the dream rip. So for your respective channels, like what would be the dream thing to open on there? And we'll start with Ken this time. Favorite thing to open, and then your dream.
Yeah, my favorite thing to open, like I said, for some reason I'm obsessed with the Topps Heritage. It's just been a lot of fun. And then, I always forget the year when I'm recording. So I'll say, oh, it's 74 tops. And I'll get a comment like, no, it's 76 tops, idiot. But I love that. I think my dream might be I want to chase the Ricky Henderson rookie too. So what is that?
1980, yeah.
80 tops?
Yeah.
I know I've seen other people do it. Sports Card Edge does it on his channel. John, you may have even done it. I don't know, but like I want in on that. That's so fun.
That card's insane.
Yeah.
The value of that card.
It is.
Those boxes are pricey.
Yes, they are. I looked it up for
Around like
birthday.
$4,000 now or something like that, I want to say.
There are some cards. I understand it's a rookie card and everything like that, but like I know Ricky Henderson is incredible, and I know that nobody's ever going to beat his stolen base record and all that stuff. But sometimes I'm just like, but why is it so much? Like it's just a strange.
Also, like scarcity. Like there's not a 80 tops box is not open out there, and not to mention like PSA 10s of that card. The select few that there are, they're like upwards of 200 grand.
Yeah, it's
I
nuts.
think with Ozzie Smith at 79, like Ozzie Smith, I want to say a PSA 10 of that is like 150 to $175,000. Absolutely nuts because of centering. I mean, those cards are cut terribly. It's just an Ozzie Smith rookie, just raw and centered up.
Well, it's like the 86 tops Nolan Ryan is insanely valuable. It's just like it's not a particularly significant card, but then the black borders make it nearly impossible to get the edges enough for a PSA 10. So we got that. John, how about you? Favorite thing to open? And then that's not 90 tops, which that's got to be like, are you smoking the whole carton with 90 tops now? Are you like kind of over it?
It's crazy because I open that every single month and I still see cards. I'm like, where the hell did that come from? I don't remember seeing. And I open this every month for the last 6 years. It's weird. People call that all the time, but my favorite thing to open right now is like the more comical releases, like Yak Packs.
Oh yeah, like the memeified,
it's so terrible. And like when I open those live with everyone watching, we have such a great time because it's like, you have to really try hard to make them that awful when you have, a Jim Wolford in every single pack.
Yeah, a lot of
Jim Wolford in every single pack. So I have a box of those to open, and they're pretty hard to find nowadays, but I did secure a box. So it's like a lot of fun because everyone's cracking jokes in the chat. Like you never know what common card you're going to see 25 of, one in each pack. Dream Rip, it's tough to say. Like I would have to go back to the junk wax eras because I love that era so much. Maybe like a box of 93 SP chasing the Jeter rookie because like probably never opened a box of those. I think they're around $2,000 now, but I've never really gotten to do that. So, although I did pack pull it back in 93, and I'm pretty sure my brother stole it off of me.
Wow, who would have thought the Jabs family would be against?
Pretty sure because all my
itself
went missing whenever we moved to like a long time ago. It's just like, where the hell's that box that the Jeter SP and my Vladdy Guerrero Bowman rookie and all these other ones, Molitor rookie? It's just missing. So I don't know for sure, but never saw those cards again.
Weird. We'll have to look into that. We'll have to show up and see if we can't find that card back for you. Yeah, that is interesting. What I love about this too is like I think we all have very unique ways of having fun with this hobby, which I think is and it's because it's important to note that hobbies are supposed to be fun, and if you take them too seriously, you become a psychopath. Yeah. And I definitely like to remind people when they take it too seriously that it's like, hey, you collect cardboard photographs of boys playing games. Like, remember that our hobby is dumb, and that's what's fun about it. Like, we can enjoy that. We can do that. And the moment we take it too seriously, it becomes the problem. And you guys, I think, both break away from the seriousness of how some people take it when you see a guy that's just like, we spent $6,000 on 2 cases. Can we make our money back? Yeah. And I'm like, this is pretty intense, man. I don't know if I could do this.
Yeah, terrible. It's pretty tough, man.
My wife's gonna leave me if I don't pull the 1993. Good. That's not good.
It's a target for baseball cards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh, dude, the guys that are like getting into fist fights.
I mean, there's been pulled guns on each other at stores over cards. And that's been national news around the country the last few years.
Stop, humans, stop.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we're all people. So, John, you have your incredible YouTube channel, The Past is Alive. Everybody should check it out and catch a break. It's so much more than just a guy opening cards. The community is great. The live chat is really fun. It is a vibe that I aspire to at all times. So, thank you so much for being such a great role model in this case for how to make a fun YouTube channel of opening kind of silly, goofy shit. And I love that.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you having us both on today.
That's
Ken,
great.
Sports Card ASMR. What a brilliant and unique idea to dive into something, because a lot of these cards relatively worthless. You know it. The price matching game that you do, super fun. You go through the old Beckett, you try to see. Oh, it's just so great. So you guys are amazing. What else can we check out? Should we check out just Sports Card ASMR and The Past is Alive on YouTube? Are there any other projects or places that we can find you? John?
No, that's basically it. I don't really do social media so much, but I do have a Facebook group that has almost 2,000 people in it. It's called The Past is Alive. It's a private group. Yeah, that's kind of like how I refer to it as like a continuation of the live streams. Things we talk about, people post random, collection pickups, whatever else it may be. So I mean, you're in there, Jeff.
I am. It's great. It's a good vibe. It's actually like what I really like about it is, unlike a lot of other sports card groups, it's kind of non-toxic.
Yeah.
I really like that.
People like that in there, but we try to weed them out over time. Or they weed them, I should say.
You're not going to get 100% no ass rate, but like sometimes you'll see like, you'll be in a sports card group and somebody just all of a sudden brings in like trans people to the conversation. You're like, what are you doing, man? Like,
it is not relevant to why we're there to begin with.
Yeah. Like, why are you being a for no reason in a sports card group? Like, there's no reason for that. It's a dumb hobby.
Right.
Ken, what about you, man? Social medias, where are we going to find you? Your projects, your podcasts, your YouTubes?
Too much is what it is. Yeah, Sports Card ASMR. I'm still going strong, but trying to grow slowly. Look, I get it. I'm not a pretty face. In fact, you don't even see my face on Sports Card ASMR. So it's still growing, and I have a lot of fun over there. There's so many people there that don't even know who I am outside of it. So that's kind of refreshing. But in the meantime, Force Center still going strong, reviewing and diving deep into Star Wars every week. And the Blathering Live, which you have called in before, Jeff. We should have you call in again, John. We should have you call in, but open up some cards. But it's a AM radio talk show for the modern age. We get into politics, we get into sports, we get into social issues, and also just get damn silly. In fact, mostly silly. So that's live 3-4 times a week on my YouTube channel.
Awesome. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Everybody check out The Past is Alive and Sports Card ASMR, along with all of the other stuff that we talked about. Thank you all so much, gentlemen. You are released.
Thank you both.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Bye. Hey, everybody. Just wanted to take a quick minute to shout out some of the fantastic, unbelievable producers that we have here. If you would like to be a producer, why don't you head on over to patreon.com/Jeff May. You can produce this show. You can produce Nerd with Dre. You can get cards in the mail. You can do all sorts of really cool stuff for very affordable prices. So a big shout out to Bobby Opulent, Norm from Cheers, Dan Hackroyd, blacktulipmassage.com, who literally just sent me a message on Instagram while I was looking at this. It just flashed. My phone got light and I saw that. That's exciting. So do that. If you're in Central Mass, get a massage from her. She's incredible. Shout out to those paleontologists are up to skullduggery. I'm loving these ones, by the way. A big shout out to check out this month's Nerd with Dre and Jeff, where, boy, we are going to be tackling Logan's Run with Logan Trent. And I am very excited to talk about that episode because Jesus Christ. A big shout out to watch me use these prehensile nipples to pick up pennies off the floor. A big shout out to the Oatmeal Savage. And I know it's August right now, but I could go for some oatmeal right now. Not going to lie. Had some at Comic-Con at breakfast. A big shout out to Call Me Sean or whatever. A big shout out to the Enchanted Wandering Unpierced Left Nipple that only goes up to 11. Cider served at room temperature with just a pinch of cinnamon. May you enjoy all the episodes of The Guyver 2 that you want to. Episodes, it's one movie. He likes Guyver 2. Funky J mostly comes out at night. Mostly. A huge shout out to, I'm going to start calling Yoda Old Grogu just to see what happens. And a big shout out to Sweet Kill, the scene in Lost City where Brad Pitt dies. Aldo Vargas is adding Jeff Has Cool Friends producer to his resume. Do it. A big shout out to Burrito, my best friend. Shout out to The Treatment, a podcast about stories with Billy Beck, Cody Beck, and Mark Lucas. At Ravages of the Scourge for your fantasy-themed death metal and deathcore needs. A big shout out to Lemming Malloy, David Knifeboot Hinson, and of course, a big shout out to Porcelain Jesus. Boy, have I prayed to you in the past. Again, if you want to be a producer and help this show move along and be able to give me opportunities to get longer episodes and more guests and more episodes coming out, easy way to do that is head on to patreon.com/JeffMay and just be a contributor, be a patron, be cool. You're cool, right? Be cool, man. Be cool. You are cool. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate that. Now back to your regularly scheduled podcast. Hey, folks, I've got an incredible segment lined up for you. I am going all the way back, way back in the way back machine. Over 4 years ago, episode 2, I'm being joined by the hilarious and fantastic and prolific Jordan Morris. Jordan, hi.
Hello, number 2,
Number
raging back.
There it is.
Here
And
again.
Order 66 is coming our way with absolutely fantastic personality, writer, comic voice director, genius. Is that too much?
Oh,
Did we
I
say
mean,
genius? Did you think I was bringing another person on?
Yeah, I was about to say, wait, is Einstein in this? Wait,
Yeah.
Albert? Al?
Al. Weird Al Einstein, they call him.
I mean, oh, that's good. Weird Al Einstein. Why has he not done that character?
Because I don't know. He seems like he would. Does he need to do a character, or can he just be Weird Al?
I think that Weird Al is a character because that presumably that's not his birth name. It might be. I don't know.
Al. But like, I feel like at one point in time, a groupie had to have said during sex, "Oh, Weird Al."
Oh, weird.
Oh, weird.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Oh, weird, comma, Al.
Oh, Weird Al.
I'm trying to think of a song parody that has relativity in it, but I'm having a hard time. That would be the kind of Venn diagram between, Weird Al and Albert Einstein. What is the
Dare to Be Stupid seems like it would have that word in it.
I'm thinking of ideally a popular song where you could change one of the words. And let's just work this out here, like we were in the writer's room.
The segment.
This is gold. This is what people love. People love process.
People
love to
process
see how the sausage is made.
Okay. So
my ideal joke that I didn't get to make was a popular song where you could swap in relativity and it would make sense.
So I've got it. I've got it figured out.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So a little hit song called "Look What You Made Me Do" by Taylor Swift.
Okay.
The parody version is "Look What You Made Me Do" (parentheses relativity).
Okay, let's put it up there. We're putting it up there.
On the board.
Let's see what else. Let's see if we can beat it. Let's see if we can beat it. Yeah.
Relativity, keep on trying me. Ooh, I feel it quietly. It's that Doichi song.
Oh, I don't think I know it, but that sounds like that fits pretty well.
That's the one where they just use somebody who I used to know's beat.
Oh.
And she just goes, "My anxiety." It's sort of one of those things like, remember when you'd hear that terrible Kid Rock song, but it would start just like Werewolves of London, and you get very excited to hear Zevon's Werewolves of London, only to hear Kid Rock rhyme things with things.
Not since Lenny Kravitz has a man rhymed words with the same words.
Same word.
With such.
Okay, I think I got it. So the song "Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Babe" by the fantastic deep voice singer we all love.
Barry
My
White.
darling, I love relativity, babe. There we go.
Okay. Let's put it up there. We're putting it up there. I'm seeing that the Black Eyed Peas have a song called "Positivity." Again, I don't know the song well enough, but it seemed, I don't know if that's one of their bigger hits. But
what I like is that we're all trying to capture the zeitgeist with songs that have existed for at least 15 years.
yeah.
Classic Weird Al move to be like, I think I'm going to parody a song that came out in 1973.
Right.
I mean, how I know that I'm old is during this conversation, I Googled popular songs. And
I knew the anxiety song. And so I was like, who is that? I was like, who is that? I know it. And it's Doichi from last year. Oh, it's two I's at the end. So is it Doichi? Is this question. Is it like a Japanese name where you double pronounce the double letter?
I could go outside and see if I can find a young person.
Sort of like how, could you?
Yeah, sure. Just give me a couple minutes.
Yep. We're
I'll head out to the mall.
Yeah. So we're gonna pause.
Maybe
we'll do some edits real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Jordan, you're back. What'd you get?
I'm back from the mall. I talked to a young person, and they said I could go myself.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like young people these days.
Mm-hmm. They said I was mid.
Oh God, no! Did they call you cringe?
Call me cringe.
Oh no,
that is sus.
I've been destroyed.
They I have too much white in my beard to even try to understand.
They got my ass.
They got your ass.
Mm-hmm.
That was like, I always remember not to brag, but my Star Wars customizable card game region in the Northeast was the Kashyyyk region. And so people would be like, we're in the Kashyyyk region. I'm like, it's actually Kashyyyk. It's actually a 3Y.
Right.
And so each one has a different use. So
it's right. It's like the guy who studied abroad really wants you to know he can pronounce Ibiza.
Oh,
Ibiza.
It's actually
okay, so I have a question for the chat.
Sure.
That while we're talking about Kashyyyk and Star Wars, okay, so Chewbacca famously died by getting crushed by a moon in the comics. How do we feel about how do we feel about that? How do we feel about that?
I like weird so I'm fine, but also it's a Legend's Tale, so it doesn't.
Right, not exactly.
Chewbacca
canon.
really died by fake getting crushed in a transport.
Right, but then was alive again in Rise of Skywalker.
God, that was a bad movie. That was a bad movie.
It was a bad movie. I will say that this is the first time I am hearing of Chewbacca crushed by moon. Honestly, I love it.
Yeah, it's
love
pretty
it.
cool, right?
Yeah, it's crushed by a moon, a legendary
him,
death, but for a legendary character.
After he saved the Solo twins, I believe, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is this a Timothy Zahn thing? Is Timothy Zahn involved in this?
No, but
okay.
I will say this. I met Timothy Zahn last weekend.
Oh my God.
Oh, tell us more.
In the same way, I don't have to. You guys were both there. You guys were we were all at the same party right after I met Timothy Zahn.
Oh my God.
Because it was at San Diego Comic Book Convention.
A great place to meet Zahn.
It's a place for Zahns, really.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Zahn was there, which was awesome. I'm a big
God.
Strange Wilderness fan. And the R-rated version of Saving Silverman.
Sure, yes, absolutely. Both two great Zahn performances. Was Steve Zahn at Comic-Con this year?
He might have been.
Might have been just hanging out.
Was he there to fight George Lucas?
I think Steve Zahn would either do really well and thrive at Comic-Con or be like, I can't be here at all.
How much of a nerd is Steve Zahn? I wonder.
Yeah, the dichotomy of Zahn.
He seems to be one of those guys that is like, everybody loves him, consistently does great work. You love to see him pop up in things, but maybe is not so famous that he can't live. So maybe he would kind of live it up at Comic-Con, maybe he would kind of like the adulation and the,
Yeah.
So I bet he can still go to Whole Foods and so maybe it'd be fun for him to soak it in.
Yeah, there's only so many hardcore Saving Silverman fans to chase him down.
Right, that thing you do.
I would come right for him. Yeah, he does he seems like a camouflaged Sam Rockwell. Like he's incredibly talented, and nobody will ever deny that. And yet he could sneak through the cracks of public, and I like that for him.
You might just think he's like one of your dad's friends,
right?
If you saw him,
you're like,
"What do I know that guy? Is he
you mean Uncle Steve?"
Friends? Yeah.
Jordan, you were hosting at the San Diego Comic Book Convention. You were hosting a delightful happy hour at Margaritaville.
Oh yeah.
Which was something. I ate some food there, and that was probably a mistake.
Hey, what did you get? Tell us your stats.
Yeah. What's your order?
I got the chips and guac, which if
It's
either had
safe,
flavor, I would have
order.
been very excited about it. And then I got something else that was just incredibly unmemorable. But what I also got that was delicious was memories and hugs from my two friends, Jordan Morris and Joey Clift. And so as I was back here, and I've been scheduling these has really been a nightmare. Just trying to find creatives generally that have a similar schedule is very hard. And I was like, what two cool friends were at that happy hour. Jordan Morris and Joey Clift. Let's do this.
It's true. We were.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, that was truly a delight.
It was. It was such a wonderful, but it also made total sense that I would see you guys both there because you both have a very interesting reputation of being, oh, I love that guy.
Well,
I love that guy.
Yeah.
Both of you.
Jordan's like, oh, pshaw. Whereas I'm like, yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, more compliments.
I need this.
We're just a couple of Steve Zahns.
Just a couple.
Did we ever blow up? No, but
yeah, we're just diary of a wimpy kidding through life.
Sure,
you guys are doing great, honestly. So, like Jordan, you just announced Venom 252.
Did
which is where Venom? It looks like he's wearing the Spider-Man costume. What?
I know. So I mean, I'm sure the Jeff May faithful know this, but just for the folks who might be just tuning in for the first time. Of course, the thing everyone is talking about, of course, Venom is going back to its, say it with me, legacy numbering. That's exciting. So in Venom 252, coming in December to your local comic book store. And of course, Jeff, you probably know the significance of an issue 252, right? Do I need to?
So if we want to talk about 252 being significant, of course, we can go back to Amazing Spider-Man 252, which is oftentimes traded off as what is the first appearance of the black suit in a mainstream Spider-Man comic that trades off with Secret Wars number 8. Because while Secret Wars number 8 takes place before Amazing Spider-Man 252, Amazing Spider-Man 252 was published, I believe, 1 week earlier.
So, yes, knowing that, which we all do.
Which everybody knows this.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I said it.
Famously, it's like that and Chewbacca's death.
Chewbacca was killed by the moon.
This is the thing. All the Gen Zers are talking about this for sure.
That classic, of course, homage cover to Amazing Fantasy number 15, the original Jack Kirby cover, but with the black suit.
So Venom 252 is coming up. So the folks down there at Marvel Comics, the House of Ideas, they wanted to do a story where, what could I say without saying too much? That they want to do a story where someone gets a symbiote suit that reminds you a little bit more of the original Spider-Man suit, whereas instead of the other way around. So we cooked up a little story that supposes, what if that?
I love the reciprocity of doing a Venom 252 where he's in the Spider-Man costume. I genuinely think that's very precious and very funny and very clever. And so I love that. And congratulations on that. You also have a book, and I'm so sorry.
I know he insisted. No book. These are single issue comics.
It's
really
okay.
Youth
as long as it's not hardcover, I'm fine with it.
Oh boy, you're gonna hate this.
No.
Youth group.
Yeah, Youth Group. It is a graphic novel from me and artist Bowen McGurty about teenage exorcists on shelves now, wherever you get your books and comics.
It's fantastic. I bought the soft cover of it. It's so good.
Oh, thanks, Joey.
Oh, so I actually have the hardcover.
You hate hardcovers.
Oh no, Joey's scowling.
Yeah.
The look. Joey's sharpening a knife. Thank God this is not.
That's how much the guy hates hardcovers.
Oh my God, this man doesn't. He does not. You know why?
Hardcover, hard life. That's what I say.
Right. Yes.
Hardcovers block knives.
Yeah, that is my main killing implement. Yes.
You're not seeing John Wick use a paperback when he's taking people out.
It's true. Absolutely true.
He could. He could just ball it up and cram it down their throat. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Those are good movies. Oh, like in Alien.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to choke him out with the newspaper or whatever.
Yeah.
Or the magazine. That was fun. That
was fun.
Youth group, pretty exciting, pretty good stuff, right?
Yeah, thank you. I'm super stoked with how it turned out. It's it is kind of set in the world of the hip youth group. I grew up in one of these things. It's where the youth pastor sits backwards on the chair and raps to you about his cool friend JC.
Like, who else received a symbiote suit from the sky?
Right, in issue 252.
Yeah.
Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Steve Zahn, our Lord and Savior.
A little guy by the name of Stephen Christ.
So yeah, this is a story like set in that world where it's like, what if those goofy Bible study kids had to do exorcisms and fight demons? And Bowen McGurty.
Like a supernatural Scooby-Doo.
Like a bit, yes, some Scooby-Doo vibes, some Shaun of the Dead vibes, perhaps, some little Buffy in there. So yeah, if that's the kind of stuff you like, Youth Group, a fine purchase.
And
I might
when
say.
does the 28-year-old youth pastor finally announced that he's engaged to one of the 18-year-old members of the youth group.
Oof, boy, that happened IRL in my youth group.
Of course it did.
Constantly.
Of course it did.
Yeah, I know. So, the book is fun and funny and not meant to bum anyone out.
A little light. We're going to do a Vertigo run later. We're going to do a Vertigo run later.
But don't worry, saving stuff for the sequel.
Yeah, that's when the creepy youth pastor reveals that they fell in love with one of their students right when they turned 18, the day, and not before. Not a day before.
Yeah. And it's not announcing they're dating, it's announcing the engagement ring.
The engagement, yes.
Too many Dane cooks in the kitchen, if you know what I mean.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
I remember when I went to college, there was this community of what was essentially like sort of Mennonite light group that we called the Greys. And they were doomsayers, right? They would come over here and
cool name.
They would proselytize. I think that wasn't their name. It's what we called them because they always wore gray. And they would proselytize and tell us how we're going to hell for wearing colors and for having sex and smoking. Being cool. They were talking about how being cool sends you to hell, right? And they'd be like, and so you'd be like, yeah, these guys are annoying. And then like one of the professors goes, don't worry. Usually every 1 to 3 years, they have a complete and total structural breakdown because the leader will end up stealing a wife from one of the members of the sect, and then the whole thing falls apart and they have to rebuild, and it takes a while for them to rebuild. And I always remembered that as like the first time that I had left my small town into a college in a different small town, but was like really faced with the reality of broken religious leaders. Cause like in my small town, we didn't have the internet the way it exists now, like I graduated in 99. So like, it wasn't really like our town. All the religious leaders were like pretty cool, I guess. Like they weren't, not a lot of scandals.
Right.
But then I went, and then they said that, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. My 17-year-old brain processed it. Hey, Joey. So Pow, the cartoon short that you did about your first powwow, I believe, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up.
That, according to Instagram, has just received its 4th award.
POW is currently going through the film festival circuit. For those of you that haven't seen much about it, it's an animated short about basically a young native kid trying to find a place to charge their video game console to powwow. It's kind of like a Looney Tunes short meets Reservation Dogs. And I've just been taking that through the festival circuit for the past little bit. Our world premiere was in New Zealand in late March, and
cool.
I think over the
Did you go to that premiere?
Yeah, I went to that premiere. Okay, so like I basically told myself that when we had our world premiere, regardless of where in the world it was, I was going to fly to it. It was a film festival put on by the Maori people. And then my like North American premiere was like 2 days after that. And then I had like a premiere or like a showing in Cleveland 2 days after that, and then Phoenix, and then New York. So over the span of, I want to say 10 days, I flew 22,000 miles.
Whoa.
Yeah, I was going to say, getting to New Zealand must have been like a $2,000 process.
Oh, yeah. And the circumference of the Earth is 24,000 miles. So like, I'm still jet lagged. And I was at Comic-Con because I was screening it at Comic-Con. And currently taking that through the festival circuit. We, are in talks with a couple of places for distribution, and putting together an FYC campaign, maybe for like Oscars or major awards. So like, see what happens with it.
I would like for you to win an Oscar.
I would be okay with being shortlisted for it. Even just the conversation of me and Oscar being anywhere in the same sentence.
You'd like a little buzz. You'd like some buzz.
Yeah.
Like the buzz you just created for yourself on this show.
There you go.
It's less buzz. For an Oscar. That's
thanks.
A good conversation.
Look, it's not buzz. There's just an empty spot on my shelf that I really need a statue to fill it.
Well, I am hearing the buzz, by the way. I've heard, even recently, I've heard 2 people talking about Oscars.
I know. I think I have too.
So,
great.
So
and
like
that shelf on the shelf could be an Oscar, could be a world's best uncle, but
I just need something. It's like
Steve
like a feng shui thing.
Yeah, break into Steve Zahn and steal his world's best uncle.
I bet Steve Zahn is a great uncle. I don't know if he has nieces and nephews, but if he does, I bet Steve Zahn kills the uncle game.
So when was the premiere, Joey?
The premiere was in late March, like March 28th or something like that. And I think since then I've screened it at like 50 places, and we've won a bunch of awards, and we're doing pretty good.
Okay, then. Now then, I'm actually even more exhausted because of what I'm about to bring up to you. So late March, you had your premiere.
Yeah.
But in early March of this year, you were at South by Southwest presenting Decolonizing Social Media, Combating Native Erasure Through Posting, which is probably my favorite name for, I don't know if this was officially a TED Talk, but you know what I'm saying? Like, so I saw that you had this, that you did a presentation, which is probably my favorite title of a presentation I've ever heard.
Oh, thanks. It's mostly title for sure. It was just like once people got in the room, we were like, oh shit, we got to fill this with information.
Like your March must have been insane.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it goes when you're just like busy and doing stuff. It's like I feel like I did that in March and then premiered it, and I've been screening this film all over the place. I just got an offer on a book that I'm in the process of writing. It's like a
young gathering.
Yeah, it's called How Chewbacca Died and also How to Stab with a Knife. And in my contract, I specifically said no hardcovers. I'm very passionate about that. Yeah.
We'll do zines. We'll do digital.
Yeah.
It's about
I'll
a
do
group
floppy
of
covers.
Yeah, young cowlets, right? That I believe.
Yeah.
A group of young cowlets kids that are fighting the forces of evil through spiritual means, and there's advisor.
Listen, I'd be mad about this, but it sounds like we got a shared universe going, and everybody loves those.
And trust me, a 47-year-old for sure marries an 18-year-old in my book.
Joey, I would never erase that.
Yeah,
Joey, with all the traveling, are you getting super into like rewards points? Like, do you have like a hotel chain you're collecting rewards points?
So I'm like fairly new to the rewards points game. My partner Goldie Chan is very much a world traveler, and she like does a lot of talks kind of around the country and around the world. And she's really turned me on.
An adventure archaeologist, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. She fights
kind of a Carmen
mummies on the side.
Sandiego type.
Yeah. There's definitely a map that shows up wherever she goes with red dash marks.
Yeah. It makes our apartment very messy. I'm always cleaning up after red dash marks. But
so, there's all these snakes and bugs she accidentally brings in her boots.
But I've become such a, I guess I would say like bougie and specific traveler because I'm traveling so much. It's like I have TSA pre-check. I only bring a carry-on. I don't check my luggage. I wear like hiking pants when I'm on planes because they're stretchy. Like I have 15 different types of like pillows you can use to sleep on planes. Like I've truly like every aspect of flying that's annoying. I'm like, what can I do to make it 3% less annoying?
That's nice. I have the only bougie thing is I need leg room.
Oh, I get that.
Because
you're
a tall, taller guy.
Yeah, you're like 8.5 feet tall, right?
I'm 6'4", but like, which is like it's not insanely tall. It's just tall enough for airplanes to pretend I don't exist. Like it's not profitable tall. It's not basketball height.
Sure.
You know, but also the other thing too is I can't sleep on planes.
I can't either. I could at one point in my life when I was like maybe traveling more, but I have lost it. I have absolutely lost that skill. Yeah, I feel like it's something you have to like practice in a way.
Yeah, but Joey, you can do it. Yeah.
I mean, here and there, I can't sleep on planes well, but I feel like I've gotten just enough like knowledge to know how to nap on a plane. Like a full snooze isn't going to happen, but like 20 minutes here and there for sure.
I'm afraid, like, because I generally suffer from insomnia. It's like ADHD thing, right? Like your brain's just a pinball machine. And I started about 4 years ago. I started taking edibles to go to sleep, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, game changer for you.
Oh my God! Like I just watch stunt-based movies until I want to go to sleep. I'll watch a movie that's
like The Raid.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well, what are we talking? The Cats movie? What are you talking? Because like dancing is a type of stunt.
Sure,
that's true.
Okay,
that's true.
Especially if they dance and get kicked into like a wall or something.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. So like RRR or something like that.
Oh yeah,
RRR is so good.
I will say this: like that second Pirates of the Caribbean movie, when I left it in the theaters, I was like, this is awful. When I watch it stoned, I'm like, this is peak cinema right here.
The second Pirate, I have not seen anything other than the first.
The first one's incredible.
That's one of those franchises where you're like, oh yeah, there's 8 of these or whatever. Kind of like sneaky, sneakily one of the world's most popular franchises, but you haven't talked to anybody who's seen one.
There's it's like one of those things when you're like, how many Land Before Times?
Oh yeah, that's a great Land
30.
Before Time's Tremors.
30 Land Before Time.
Yeah,
Tremors.
There's 45 Olympus Has Fallen movies.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Oh my God.
Each one better than the last.
Mm-hmm.
I
They
love a
only get
TNT
better.
movie. I saw
Oh, yeah.
Plane in the theaters.
I also saw Plane in the theaters, and I
I
liked
also
it.
saw
Really?
Plane in the theaters.
And
Did
you
you-
know, the thing that I heard, and I don't know if this is still happening, but like when Plane came out, I feel like there were like Deadline and Variety articles of like, next they're doing Boat. They like announced Boat, and then they never made Boat. I mean, maybe they're still making Boat. I would love to see Boat if they could crank it out.
What are you,
at
you're
some
not going to
point.
tell me
Boat-
you can't afford Jerry Butler.
Yeah,
come on,
Boat
that
has
guy
gone
was
through 3 years worth of reshoots.
right.
They changed
now
the director 12 times. They want to get it
They
perfect.
want to get it right.
It's
yeah.
now called Sub, and it's
Oh,
a tragic story about two billionaires that are going to check out a sub.
That doesn't,
Oh,
that doesn't sound like it's that's fun.
No, Plane was one of those things where I saw it, I was like, I could with a TNT at 1 p.m. on a Saturday movie.
Absolutely.
And boy,
Yeah.
did that pay off. But
Mhm.
Plane would be a great movie to watch stoned.
Well, I feel like there are movies where like their genre is fun to watch with the group chat. And it's like, it's sort of like, oh, I'm not going to watch this solo, but I'll get a bunch of friends together and we'll like hang out at a Denny's beforehand for sure.
And for me, the group chat is 20 milligrams of indica.
right.
And there's a fight.
You watch it with your 20 friends.
There's a
Yeah.
there's a sword fight in the second Pirates of the Caribbean movie that essentially takes place on a Ferris wheel that is rolling through the countryside.
Yeah, I remember that scene. It's
It
delightful.
is the greatest thing I've ever seen when I'm on.
Is it the same director for all of them?
I don't know.
Okay.
Who directed those?
I mean, Gore
Granny
Verbinski did the
Harlan
first one.
So Wes Anderson did one of those?
But yeah, I think Wes Anderson does most of those. Yeah. You could tell because of the symmetry in the shots and the kind of flat affect.
Johnny, we're going to need you to tone it down a bit more flat.
Yeah, just throw it away, Johnny. Throw it away.
I was going to ask this earlier when we were talking about Margaritaville. How do we feel about stuff that's like millennial coded? Like restaurants that feel like they're built for millennials. Like an example would be
Margaritaville seems like a
Boomer
boomer
coded.
thing.
that's like boomer coded,
Okay,
but I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
but I
Or
feel like
Gen
there's
X
the
and boomer
I
coded.
feel like there's
Yeah.
like the millennial version of that. When I was in San Diego, I went to a really great burrito place that felt like the most millennial coded thing ever. They were playing From Dusk Till Dawn on loop on a TV screen. You go into the bathroom and like every poster has the F word in it. Like it's just very much like, oh, this feels like it's meant for. I mean, I think that they were playing ska on the soundtrack.
Sure.
You know,
Oh, so
on
good.
the thing. And it's just
That to me, what you're describing, and again, we can take this apart and we can quibble here. That to me, what you're describing seems maybe a little more Gen X coded. And I think when you say millennial coded restaurant, the first thing I think of is like the coffee shop or ice cream shop that says like, "You go, girl," or "You deserve this," or
Oh, like Go Get 'Em, Tiger.
yeah, like the neon sign where you have to take the selfie at the restaurant. To me, that's the quintessential kind of millennial coded
Millennial
restaurant.
coded implies the phrase gluten-free option.
Sure.
That's I will say this,
But it's like a place that has an Instagrammable wall.
that makes sense. I guess that I get it confused.
you're also younger than us. I think you're you're like a late millennial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Jordan and I are both very early millennials. Like we're that bumper.
Cuspy. We're cuspy.
Oh, okay, got
We're
it.
cusp guys. So we have probably 8 years on you of like that sort of like general vibe, whereas like the Gen X kids would.
Okay, I guess I think about like if you've ever been to like Floyd's, the barbershop Floyd's.
Oh, yeah.
That
Sure,
to me
sure,
feels
sure.
like it's definitely coded in a really specific way, and that like getting my haircut there, I literally am like, this feels like the place where the Boss Tone from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones gets his haircut. And
Mickey
then
Barrett?
as I was thinking about that, I
Are you
literally
saying that the guy who dances in the Mighty Mighty
Yeah,
Boss
yeah,
Tones
the
is
Boss
Skanker.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah, the skanker. Yeah,
Yeah.
The Boss Tone. Like I remember thinking that while I was getting my hair cut at a Floyd's during the pandemic, because it was like one of the places that was like being cool about, pandemic stuff. And I literally overheard somebody next to me saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm going on tour with the Boss Tones. My dancing legs hurt," and it was the Boss Tone from the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones getting a haircut next to me, and I'm like,
that rips.
"This
you manifested."
It's like cool, but also it made me feel so old being there, you know?
Yeah, and the guy was probably just like so tired looking.
Yeah,
he's like, I have to skank for like an hour and 45 minutes. I don't have the energy for that.
Yeah, and I will just to acknowledge, just to save Jeff's menchies, I will acknowledge that I do know the story of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones tragic disbandment because the lead singer is an anti-vax weirdo.
Anti-vax Maha dipshit who the word around Boston was if you were a group of teenagers going to one of their shows, keep an eye on your female friends.
Okay. Oh, that's a bummer. I think,
but
I always
no proof to that, but a lot of like in the know people were like, keep Dickie Barrett away from your 17-year-old friends.
He's a real youth pastor in that way.
I'm talking about Ben Carr. Ben Carr is the dancer for the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
And and I think that in general, maybe the band Force for Good, and then it's a ska band, so there's got a lot of guys in it.
Turns around the seat. You know another Boss Tone that was mighty.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
So I think there probably were some mostly good dudes in that band, but maybe just one.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Weirdo.
It's also like whenever it's a band, you have to be like, how much do I want to know about you? How much do I want to know about David Bowie until you start learning about how many 15-year-olds he slept with?
Sure. Yeah. Bowie's one of those. I'm like, oh boy, I don't want to ruin that.
Yeah. You're like, oh God, I guess I want to know, but I didn't want to know.
It's easier when they're dead.
Yeah.
That's why I've chosen to only listen to and idolize Morrissey.
Oh, no.
Joey.
Wait, should I Google him? No.
He'd call you an immigrant.
Oh, Jesus. Probably. Yeah, probably. Oh, God.
Oh, he's bad.
That made me shiver when you said that.
Remember when he sued The Simpsons for making fun of him for being a piece of shit?
Did he sued The Simpsons for general parody?
Yeah, because it basically like she had this idolized version of him and he came out all like slovenly and drunk and racist.
Right.
Concert. And
that's funny that Morrissey like to sue someone, you have to acknowledge that was me. You know, like
they said I was racist.
Mm-hmm.
You are racist.
Yeah.
You and Eric Clapton.
The character wasn't Morrissey. It was a, Britpop guy that Lisa idolized. So it was like for him to do the lawsuit is to say like.
What's funny is it was clearly Morrissey.
Sure.
It's so aggressively Morrissey. Well, that's like who's the other? Johnny Rotten. That guy. He's a
yeah. That was a bummer.
He lives in the Valley. You can see him.
Does he?
Like Sherman Oaks.
Yeah, Johnny Rotten. Turns out he's pretty rotten.
Pretty rotten.
Actually rotten. Yeah, let's see. Are we going to list the punk rock heroes that have turned out to be pieces of shit?
You don't have enough time.
Do we got to get into Danzig? I don't know.
Okay, I will say this. Back when I worked at Comic Book Shop, That's Entertainment, 244 Park Ave, Worcester, Massachusetts, in the corner of Park Ave and Lois Lane.
No way.
They legally changed the name.
That's fun.
He came in one time to check and see if we carried his comics.
Danzig did. Oh, that's great.
And they were there.
So
He's like, okay, you've got
sad.
my comics. And he's like, why are they on the bottom? It's like, well, that's where we put indie titles, Marvel, DC on the top, indie titles on the bottom. And he's
Is he going to every comic shop around the country?
I think when he's on tour, he does that. And he was like kind of being like, well, how are people going to find it if they come looking for it? And I was like, well, it's actually, we have a very easy way to get around it, but also like, nobody's asked for it. We didn't say that, but we were like, if you want to sign them, we can put them up on the display and they'll sell real fast. He's like, no.
He didn't do it?
No.
That's so funny to be that egotistical to where you go into the store to like check up on it, but to not want to sign them. That to me is like, that's such a weird, like my ego wants this, but not the other thing.
But it was so funny because I was like, yeah, don't worry, dude. We've got plenty of copies of your comic book. Nobody wants it.
If someone buys all of these, we've got some in the back.
Yeah, it's a back issue. It's not like we carry it. Somebody dumped their terrible collection on us at one point in time, and we're trying to recoup some of the expense.
Wild. Danzig.
Mother, though, that's a pretty good song.
Mother's a good song.
Yeah, Mother is a good song.
Remember that video where he got slapped unconscious by that giant?
That's a good video.
That's also a good.
That's my favorite Danzig video.
Yeah, that's that
Mother.
is That is the mother song of videos.
It's called Mother.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, what else do you guys have going on? Joey, like, we have POW going around the festival circuit, racking up awards. You have that great South by Southwest, which you can access via your link tree, which everybody go to at Joey Clift on Instagram to access that as well. What else you got going on?
Yeah, I'm currently writing on a show called Rebel and Crew on Nickelodeon. Definitely check it out. One thing I'm really excited about is I created the first. So Rebel and Crew is it's a spin-off of Paw Patrol. It's like the dog that is a construction worker. Now he has a family of construction workers and they build stuff. But working on that show, I created the first native character in the history of the Paw Patrol universe, and that premieres on an episode in September. I think this is my first time saying that. But I'm really excited about it. Work with my tribe to make sure it's super accurate. Like, it's just that's the thing I'm excited about.
Is it a cow?
Really? Yes, it's a cow. No, it's a human man.
Human man.
Yeah,
Jeff loves a talking cow, though.
In Paw Patrol? I don't know Paw Patrol. Are there human men?
Yeah, they're humans.
Okay. That makes that universe seem way scarier, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to quibble, but cows have hooves, so cow probably wouldn't be in the Paw Patrol. Probably be in the
Paw Patrol. But then everybody else in town is a human, and then every other animal on the show is like basically a regular animal. It's a duck that goes quack. It's a cow that goes moo or whatever. Only the Paw Patrol can talk.
So these are demons.
Yeah. Oh, truly. Yeah.
These are otherworldly dark beings that have come into existence to terrorize both human and, because they're like Muppets then, right? Like not human, but not animal, clearly, because they're...
Wait, are Muppets canonically demons?
No, well, maybe, I don't know. But they, because like you can see like Rolf look at a dog.
That's true.
Yeah, well, it's a real goofy Pluto situation, right? Where it's just sort of like both of these are dogs in the same world. Why is one wearing a leash?
There's two different evolutionary branches,
Yeah.
That would be so funny if that was just Pluto's kink the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just like walking around, like that lady that walked around her sub in Air One and put her like basket on the back, and he was like,
maybe I don't know what you're talking about.
There was a viral video that went around of like at Air One, like a dominatrix walking her.
What's Air? Maybe I don't even know what
Air One,
like that very expensive.
Oh,
yeah, the fancy. Yeah.
I was hearing Air One, so I was
that's how it's pronounced. Yeah.
Oh, really? I say Air Juan.
Yeah.
Air Juan.
Yeah. Air One, the first Air Bud movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Air Juan would be
nothing in the rules that say a dog can't charge $15 for a smoothie.
Mexican Jordans would be Air Juan.
All right, Dad.
Hey, come on. Like I said, we're elder statesmen
of course.
This point in time.
Yes,
we're all dad age. We can convert to
we're
those.
just a bunch of dads. We can do puns.
All right, so I know my listeners are big Paw Patrol fans. This is gonna be really huge. We won't watch Paw Patrol because that's propaganda, though, right?
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Go.
Look, I love cops. I try to put as much pro cop. Yeah, I mean, I guess it is. Sure, why not?
Show. It's TV. It's a cartoon for children. I do love that when they're like, we need to stop doing propaganda. It's like, I don't know, man. Sometimes a cartoon is just a cartoon.
Maybe there's some other stuff we could tackle first.
Yeah. Maybe we could deal with the actual cops. What about that? What if we worried about that? What if that was the thing? Instead, what if we just got rid of internet comments first? That would be nice.
That would be nice.
Oh God, that would be nice.
Just comment sections.
But then where would we complain anonymously about stuff?
Yeah, that's true.
There's Mark Maron posted a clip from one of his specials about how like the left, we got to figure out how to be less annoying. Basically, he's like, because we've kind of annoyed an entire group of people into Nazis, and we got to figure out how not to do that. And the comment section legitimately proves the point that he's making.
I'm sure that's wild.
Yeah. So we got that. Joey, what else?
I would say we're working on that book, which hasn't been announced yet, so I can't really say a ton more info, but it's going to be available at some point.
I will say this: softcore pornography. That's just
it is softcore pornography. Yes,
it's a romance. It's a Harlequin romance, but it's graphic.
Yes, it's this is the smut that's so popular these days.
Yeah,
kids love smut.
Kids love smut. Big business.
I did. Do you guys ever find like porn in the woods or anything like that?
Yeah, no, that's I mean, a stereotype for a reason. Yeah, there was like a little, there's a little clearing where the kids hung out, and there was some Playboys and penthouses just kind of buried there, and you could thumb through them and then
Kids
go
will
about your
never.
day.
Nowadays,
Oh yeah,
they could never.
they could never. They'd be like, "What is this?"
I just can't imagine that the woods is your place to jack off. Like that you're like, I need to do it against this tree.
It would be great. I used to do a bit about this because I was like, who's Johnny Appleseeding their way across the country? Growing perverts across the country, And then I was like, but what if it's just like a guy that works for like a magazine publisher or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Johnny Penthouse.
It's like giving cigarettes to kids to get them hooked early.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's like when they can finally buy these.
Yeah,
that sounds like a great TV pilot idea.
The guy that runs around.
The guy who went around in 1992.
Yeah.
Hiding the girls of the Big Ten.
Yeah. Ooh, the Wet and Wild issue. This is a premium.
Wet and Wild issue. Yeah.
Oh, I did. We definitely found porn in the woods, and I'll never forget that there was this old hustler that had a scratch and sniff centerfold, but I had found it in the woods. So it smelled
like woods,
wet newspapers, basically.
Right. And I think hustler different ball game, of course, but yeah, to the like using a general interest magazine that had some tits in it of like, okay, there's tits, but there's also like short fiction,
and like a radio review.
Yeah, right, exactly. Some like stereo equipment.
With Dan Aykroyd.
Yes, there's totally an interview with Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, Wild have to like thumb through that stuff to find like
and then 5
pictures of boobs.
And Hustler is just like, what if vampires had sex in front of a person with a camera? Be like, that sounds like something I would like to see what it looks like. And they're like, we got great news for you. Here it is. But that's awesome. And we're very excited for the book. And obviously that's just a new process. So it's going to be a little while, but we're going to be very excited to tune into Nickelodeon in September to check out the first native human character, right?
Yeah.
In Paw Patrol. I don't want to like spoil it.
It's in Rubble and Crew, but Rubble and Crew, it's in the Paw Patrol universe.
Okay.
Yeah.
The extended
Paw Patrol universe.
The PPU, as we Jordan, so we have Venom coming out.
Yes, Venom 252. Pre-order it at your local comic book shop.
Group, where can we get that?
Youth Group, you can buy that anywhere you get your books. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, better yet, your local indie bookstore or comic book store. Jeff, can I give you an exclusive? Would you like an exclusive?
I want an exclusive.
Okay.
Wait, should I cover my ears? This just for Jeff?
Joey, you can hear too because
we're gonna mute him.
Also, so Venom 252 that comes out in December. October 1st, hitting stands from Marvel Comics. Predator, Black, White, and Blood, number 4. This is an anthology series featuring our favorite thick-thighed honorable hunter, the Predator, and I've got a story in that. So it's an anthology of fun Predator stories in a cool kind of 3-color, 4-color color scheme. It's very striking, very beautiful.
I love the red, black, white, and gray books.
Me too. They're a lot of fun. Yeah. There's a Wolverine. They did a bunch of alien ones. It's a very fun kind of like series. It's anthology stories using that kind of striking limited color scheme.
I think Timmy Heeg, cool friend Timmy Heeg, a writer, Archie writer as well.
Oh yeah,
you are did one of the ones for like Bloodshot.
Oh cool, yeah,
White and Black or whatever whatever it is. So you got to write a Yautja.
I got to write a Yautja, and so that comes out October 1st, and I think it'll be cool.
You should do a story. Hear me out.
Yes,
in the Predator world, right? You know how they're all like kind of just dentists going on safari, kind of a thing. What about one that's in the Navy?
Okay, so kind of a sea predator,
a seafaring captain, like a pirate predator, maybe.
That's a good idea.
But honestly. boat,
I know,
fully wooden ship.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Bad idea. The one I'm writing, I won't say a lot about it, but it's for all the pet weirdos. So if you're if you got a fur baby at home, if you like to make up little songs about your fur baby.
If you write,
this is a Predator story for you. Yeah, maybe the Paw Patrol fans out there will be interested in this.
Sensing crossover, gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
Jordan, let's talk.
I know. Yeah.
We both,
we'll have to get Paramount and Disney to talk.
Yeah, we both own these properties, right?
Yeah.
PVP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
oh sure.
Okay.
PVPP.
Which of us do you think would have the best likelihood of survival against a predator? Or together, how long do you think that we would survive a predator as a predator expert?
I mean, of everyone here, I think Jeff's got a shot. Me, not so much. Maybe, because I've been boning up on them recently, I would buy myself an extra 5 or 10 minutes, but not that much.
So you'd be the Gary Busey.
Yes,
right?
of course.
Yeah. We've been studying these guys since they landed in, Tierra del Fuego or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. A predator's main weakness is funny witticisms, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
The Predator's a big podcast fan.
Oh, good.
I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Predator, Predator 2. Which do you prefer?
I think they're both great, but I think that OG Predator is like the best 80s action movie. I think it's so good. Yeah, but Predator 2 is like a lot of fun. I think that in general that franchise is a lot of fun, but Predator 1 is awesome.
I'm going to say, okay, so controversial take. I'm going to say Prey. I'm going to say Prey is my favorite Predator movie.
Prey is great.
It's
really?
Like it is
Native American Joey Clift. You like?
Yeah, I mean, look, I am friends with people who worked on the movie.
I didn't get to Prey yet. I was gonna ask you guys about Prey.
Oh, it rocks. It's like it really feels like it's just like I've spent a lot of time like researching Predator forums about this to see like, oh, do I just like this because I'm native, or do I like this because it's good?
No, it's great.
And the general consensus among Predator fans is like Predator is like 1A, Prey is like 1B. They're like right next to each other on that list. And like I went back and watched the original Predator after watching Prey, and like I kind of agree. It's like they're both so good.
I think Predator 2, it's so different.
Yeah.
From the first Predator. But it's such a better treatise on the character studies and the actual man versus predator. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Predator, I mean, he's like the jackedest dude on the planet.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not that underdoggy. It's a little underdog, but like not that much. But like Danny Glover with his bad back running around trying to deal with like voodoo drug cartels. It's weird.
Yeah, guys with sword canes.
Yeah. Was that Paul Mooney with the sword cane, by the way?
Oh, it might have been.
I think it's weirdly Paul Mooney.
Yeah, I know. The second one is so insane, and it's part of that kind of movie we got a lot of in the 80s and 90s where it's like LA in the near future is a war zone.
Yeah, the near future of 1997.
Yeah, exactly. I think maybe that movie literally does take place in 1997 or something.
Predator 1 is a spectacle, but Predator 2, I think, is a much better storytelling.
Okay.
Of that.
I mean, it's where you get the tease that they met the xenomorphs. It's where you get to see the xenomorph skull in the ship, which is like a insane, and if you love that stuff, like
you got
insane
to see, like,
movie moment.
The group of predators. That showed at the end and stuff, like the crack tusk predator, which they also used in Aliens versus Predator, the novel.
Oh, yes.
But okay, so then Aliens versus Predator or Aliens versus Predator Requiem? What do you guys think?
I have not seen Requiem in a minute.
Same.
It was not part of my rewatch to do the comic, but I think the original AVP, I think that movie is a lot of fun, and it's aged great. It really looks cool. It has enough practical to where it still like looks awesome, and like the CGI is kind of minimal and used sparingly. And it's a blast. Them in that ziggurat that has traps in it. That's such a cool little part of it.
Antarctic ziggurat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it knows what it is. It's like, it's not trying to be like an awards bait movie. It's just fun.
It is. Yeah.
I didn't love the PG-13ness of it.
I get that.
Like I get why they did it, but I think AVPR was a bit of an overcorrection. If that movie had better coloring, I think more people would appreciate. It's so dark.
Yeah.
It's thematically dark. I mean, they kill a dog, the kid, almost immediately.
Right.
But like
that kid deserved it.
Kid
snooping around. Snooping around the woods, kid. What's he looking for? Porn?
Thank you.
And then I was gonna
wait. Do you think the predators are who left that porn in the woods?
Some kind of predator.
Maybe, yeah. That's
yeah, I guess some kind of predator, yeah.
So sure. A predator of a sort, yes.
Yeah.
He definitely has to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
So one of my most vivid dreams from when I was like a teenager was I was in my dream. I got a phone call. I looked at the caller ID and it said The Predator with a picture of like the Predator from the movie. And I looked at my phone and said, I'm not answering that. Put it down. And then I woke up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, man, you should
I dodged a bullet. Why would I answer that call?
No, you should have answered that. You never when the Predator calls. Because you might have had like a night.
That might have been a night.
That could have been like a real, like only remembering through like your digital camera. We're talking a post credits, The Hangover kind of a scenario. It's like you, Predator, and the Carrot Top doing coke in Vegas or something like that.
Does the Predator have a nose? Can it do that?
I mean, probably.
He has gums.
Like
it could rub it on its gums.
Yeah,
they have gums.
Yeah, they have a lot of gums.
The Predator, a very popular Hear Me Out character. I think a lot of people like its muscular bod.
Yeah, the pussy face part of it is interesting. That
that too. Sure.
Remember when people wanted to the robot from the Netflix version of Lost in Space?
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that, but it seems like
robot.
a similar
every night of my life.
Yeah, when I'm watching it.
We're like, I think I want to Doctor Strange's cape.
Oh yeah, people did have it out for the cape. For
I don't remember
bit.
the cape had it.
You know, cape can get it.
Oh yeah.
Well, you guys are great, and I appreciate you taking some time to hang out.
Blast. Thank you.
Jordan, any other last words? Because I know
no, that's it. Gay, listen, get your local comic book shop and pre-order Venom 252 and Predator Black, White, and Blood #4.
I love that. A whole bunch. We're gonna make sure we Joey, anything else that we have for you?
No, just POW's currently going through the film festival circuit, so go and see it if it's near a festival near you, and then it should be widely available online at some point in the next couple months. So when it is, watch it. And then, the Rebel and Crew episode comes out in late September, and follow my socials. I'll post about it a ton, but really excited about it. Yeah.
You can find Joey on the Instagram at Joey Clift.
Yeah, it's
that is with, I believe, 6 eyes.
Yeah, like a 12-year-old took Joey Clift with 1 eye, so I just have to deal.
And then you can learn all about that as well. And Jordan, of course, you still have Jordan Jesse Go happening regularly.
Oh, sure. Yes, lots of podcasts to listen to.
You know what we love? Podcasts.
Don't we?
What's your favorite podcast?
Oh, me? What favorite podcast?
Last
oh my gosh!
While everybody's following Jordan David Morris, spelled like it sounds.
Yes.
Favorite podcast? Go.
Okay, a podcast. Maybe here's one that I think deserves maybe a little more shine. Okay. Maybe something people aren't listening to as much, but I always laugh like a maniac when I listen to it. It is called The Quorators. Quorators. It is 3 hilarious comedians, and they read Quora, the question and answer website. There is some insane shit on Quora, and the hosts of this show are real funny. So yeah, that's one of my faves recently. The Quorators.
Awesome, The Quorators. And Joey, what about you?
So my favorite podcast is this podcast and
Thank
Jordan
you.
Jesse Go. That's right.
I was gonna be a little concerned. No, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
But you listen to anything else other than just my show exclusively all the time?
It's my show, Jordan Jesse Go. Only these 2 things. I'm freaking out inside right now. This is my, oh God.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it. I'm going to sell so many of my buds about this. Yeah. Jeff and Jordan. Other than that, I mean, honestly, I'm kind of like, I'm really boring in my podcast listenership. I feel like I listen to a lot of like The Daily, a lot of just like various news podcasts. Really love a podcast called Sage Based Wisdom with Jana Schmidt and Brian Bahi. It's just 2 native comedians who have a call-in show where they just answer the dumbest questions from people, and they're super funny, and I definitely recommend checking it out.
Definitely check those ones out after, of course, you head on over to mine. But Joey and Jordan, thank you so much for spending time with me, everybody. Go back, listen to episodes 2 and 66, and you can hear even more about how these guys are not just incredible people, but incredible talents, some of the funniest people I know, and some of my very coolest friends. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
Hello, everybody.
No, Joey, don't.
You fucked it up.
No. Ruin the whole podcast. All right, bye.
Bye.
Folks, this segment, I'm super, super excited. This is actually a dream segment for me to do. On this segment of the Jeff Has Cool Friends 4th anniversary, 100th episode spectacular extravaganza bonanza, we are doing episode 23's Jennifer Muro, writer of all things, Jennifer Muro, and episode 76's Tom Krajewski, also writer of all things. That's exciting.
We're here.
And this is great too, because you guys are also in certain projects writing partners.
Yeah.
Which I think is really great because you guys are also formerly married.
Yeah.
Now individually living wonderful separate lives while also being able to collaborate on this really great project that is Primer.
Yeah. A good way. It's a very safe way to say all of that. That was great, Jeff. Normally we'd say, we're divorced, but we still work together. It's fine.
Yeah, no,
I like your way better.
You said it the fancy way.
Do you think I could have a project with my ex-wife?
Probably not. Yeah, we're lucky.
You guys have a functioning divorce.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so jealous of it.
Yeah, we had maybe, I think, about 10 other couples going through divorces at the same time that we were, and they were all like horrible, horrible, ugly divorces. And ours was like, what? It's a big deal. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it did get awkward. Tom and I did date for a little while.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say anything, but it's okay. It's all right. Yeah. I get it.
We can live our own private lives after this.
And you did.
I am legitimately like the success of Primer is out of control.
Thank you.
You guys actually did a signing. Now I'm gonna set the tone. And first off, the people at DC are great.
Yeah,
yes.
They're great. The people that run the conventions. Last year, San Diego Comic-Con 2024, Tom Krajewski and Jen Muro are doing an impromptu Primer signing that wasn't particularly advertised.
Yeah.
And I showed up.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't know it was happening.
Yeah.
So it was kind of,
well, okay, there's 2 years ago when they did it last minute. That was 2 years ago.
Oh, that was 2 years ago.
And you were
2023.
they didn't really announce it at all. And so Jeff kindly, as the awesome guy he is, was the only one that showed up and just hung out at the booth the whole time to make it look like we had people. So Jeff was there. It was great. And then they got their act together. So, DC's great. And then last year they advertised it more, and then this year they advertised it more. So we were lucky to have a lot of people.
You guys had a line of people.
Yeah, 23 to 24 was a huge difference. Like it was night and day.
Yeah.
Like 24 was like, oh wow, this is terrifying. This is all the people. And when the year before was like, no, the people.
Yeah.
Also, you guys were right next to Penelope and Jerry Gaylord, who are also two incredible talents.
Yes.
I've known them since before I knew you.
Yeah, they were awesome. Like I just read their Lex and Clark and Lex story. It was great.
Yeah.
And but speaking of them and all the people that Jeff knows, so at Comic-Con, DC does drinks and like every night for their staff and their creators and their writers. So one night I brought Jeff because I'm like, Jeff, I don't really know anybody at this DC event. And so they let Jeff in, and Jeff knew like everybody there and introduced me to all these people at DC that I didn't know and should have known. It was great because like I was like, oh, you're that guy, because Jeff had personal relationships with all these people. So I think, I thank you, Jeff, for that. You made my awkward night way less awkward.
You know what's interesting too is in a way, so like I do the podcast version of a lot of what Jen does in real life. Because Jen is also a social glue. I mean, when I talk about when I'm like, I have guests on the show and I'm like, so we met at Jen Muro's place.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is a very common thing. And so like, but I love when you know cool people, right? When you know good people and you're like, you're going to like this person.
Right.
And that's going to be, and Jen, you're a great job at that. I honestly think Jen's probably better at that than I am.
Maybe.
Of making and building those connections. But like, like when you
I think in certain areas, you're like, I mean, I can't beat you in certain worlds like boxing and DC comics.
You can't
and
beat
Marvel
Jeff in
comics and exactly.
Jen, it's unproven whether or not you can beat me in boxing. So until
that's
Jen.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sure.
But
I
yeah,
know comics, but you know people, like you know a lot of people in a lot of different spaces.
I am a producer in that way. Like I'm like, oh, you have to meet, or like, yeah, and I do love that part, and that's why I loved having parties. And yeah, when I've listened to your show, you've had at least probably 5 guests say, oh yeah, we met through Jen Muro, and
I
I'm like,
mean,
oh,
let's see.
holy crap.
David Silverman, Kirk Thatcher, Shelby Young, AJ Lacasio,
Todd?
Ben Acker, technically.
Yep.
Todd, I didn't meet at your place, but I did coalesce with him at your
Reconnect, right? Yeah.
I met him for a short time at a Dana Gould show because they had done
Okay.
and stuff or whatever together. They'd known each other.
And then also maybe Ken Knapsack?
Yes, because you introduced me to Ken Knapsack by saying, I think you guys live right next to each other.
Right.
You should know each other. And yeah, Ken is on this episode.
Ooh, hi Ken.
Yeah.
So
Hi Ken.
he did an episode, a segment with another guy that I love that breaks cards. John Jabs from The Past is Alive, and John watches and loves Ken's sports card ASMR channel.
Oh, that's cool.
So I knew them through separate means and was just like, well, I have to get you guys together. Like,
that's awesome. This is why you never anyone off in this town, because it's too small.
A lot of people off in this town.
Yeah.
The amount of bridges. There's a bridge I want to burn so badly.
Ooh.
That
I'd love to hear
there's
it.
a couple. There's a company that let me go that I was working with.
Oh yeah, no, I know the story.
And it was essentially, you know, without saying it out loud, I was too woke for their Blue Lives Matter needs. And then after I got let go for that reason, they released the most toothless resist statue, like an uprising. It's like a black fist that says like rise up on it and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's toothless. There's nothing specific on it whatsoever. But they'll profit off of that.
Yeah.
But if I acted like that, and the amount that I want to just post that, I have it screenshotted. I have the statue screenshotted. It's a very talented artist and sculptor that did it. But like, there's a part of me that wants to be like, it's really funny how the company that fired me for being too involved in social justice now
fakes it themselves.
Fake version of it in order to profit off of it.
I look forward to seeing you burn that bridge someday. I mean, I've worked with, I'd be a lot more successful in this town if I didn't, but like, I feel like I just don't like to, you know, bite my tongue about like certain people who are terrible people that you might work with. And so I'm in the same boat. Yeah.
I think Jen, weirdly, Italian Jen Muro being the most temperate of the three of us, until you remember that me and Tom are both dudes from the East Coast, from like
Irish
Massachusetts,
Catholic,
that are
Boston.
Like, they're just like, I will fist fight you in the street over this.
Right.
And
depends on what it is, you know. It depends on what it is for me. I get agita, don't you worry. I get agita plenty.
Well, of course. I mean, you're you are in a way an East Coast Italian, right?
I am indeed, in a very correct way.
Yeah,
very literal way.
But also I will say I've never I mean, to be fair, I don't know you intimately enough to know the rage aspect of it, but like I see mostly like Nona cooking pasta.
Yeah, that's where my rage goes. Yes,
making sure I leave with a plate.
Yes,
that's more the mangia la questa.
Those are the positive aspects of it. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, when I am aggravated, I'll either cook or have a cocktail. So you know, got to go somewhere.
Hey,
we call that a cocktail, baby.
Cocktail.
So Primer, it is safe to say that it's. I mean, now we're 4 years into Primer at this point in time.
Yeah.
Safe to say,
maybe 5. Oh my God, 5-year anniversary. No, 2020. June 23rd, 2020.
Guess what year I thought it was when I brought that up, by the way? I thought it was 2024 just now.
You did not.
Because I knew it was 2020, but I said 4 years.
Look this up. Now
oh my God.
Because I remember when it was announced that it was coming out, I actually promoted it on the TV show, but they fired me for being too socially aware.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
This is a book I can't wait for. But I didn't need to do that. This book sold the shit out of itself.
Yeah.
You know, thanks, Jeff. I mean, I hope your audience might actually know the character, but if they don't,
a lot of them do, because I know a lot of them have tagged me in their purchases.
Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, well, yeah, Primer, for those who don't know, it's the 13-year-old girl superhero in the DC universe that Jennifer and I co-created. A very family-friendly kind of superhero comic book with a cool origin story and cool powers. Check it out. But yeah, the sequel came out last year. That's the first book did so well. They weren't expecting that, obviously, and so they asked us to put the Teen Titans in the second book, which we thought was really funny because we wanted them in the first book, and they're like, no, you can't have the Teen Titans in your first superhero book because we're not sure if Primer's going to stick around in the DC universe. So we don't want you guys associated that closely with any of our other superheroes. But then it was luckily a big success that they asked us to combine her into.
And
the
we're
DC
like, yeah, I think we
fold.
can make that manageable.
I think well, and then also, great writer and good person Tim Sheridan.
Oh yeah,
got
yeah.
got her into Teen Titans Academy.
Yes,
that was wicked. I think Tim actually came to us and like asked our permission.
Yeah,
he's like, Jen, Tom, is it okay if I have Primer make some cameos in Teen Titans Academy? And we're like, wow, you're actually asking our permission. I mean, you could have.
Which was
yeah,
really
thank
nice.
you. That's because it's very to get that kind of respect is always really kind of absolutely nice and unexpected. But yeah, Tim's a great guy. So yeah, he officially, I think, put them in the DC universe before we did. Technically, our first book was kind of standing outside the DC universe, but yeah, he did that for us. It was great.
And I think we're in our how many printings? 10th printing, maybe, Tom?
I think like 8th or 10th. Yeah,
it's insane, this book,
Yeah,
because it's also cool. Like it's a $9.99 book. It's a digest size young reader book. Like, but that's the thing. Like a 10th printing on a floppy copy comic that costs $4.99 is one thing, but when it's a $9.99 book for generally younger readers, and it's still flying off the shelves, outselling Watchmen. Berkeley been like the Star Wars, as in like it's always us on that, right? Yeah.
And Dark Knight Returns in
year one, Batman. Yeah. No, we got very fortunate. They found us at the right time with we had the right property. We were prepared at the right time when they happened to find us. So yeah, I don't know. It's just luck favors the prepared. So
volume 1 and volume 2. So my question then is, obviously the character is popular, and I'm not sure if I'm allowed to be like, and so or if you even know, like, is she going to show up in more of the mainstream DC? But is there do we have a volume 3 coming, or is it a 2 and done? Like,
it's more of a Jennifer question.
Oh, really? I thought it was a Tom question. That sounds like a Tom question.
Yeah, well, I guess. Yeah, we're not. I mean,
I don't.
Anything's possible.
Can you
Jeff,
not answer this question?
No
we're
comment.
Not really allowed to talk about anything.
Okay.
So, there you go. How's that?
I'll answer the question.
Okay.
The creators said no comment, and they were being very diplomatic about it. So I'm going to allow the listener to draw their own conclusions from that, while neither confirming nor denying the existence of a volume 3.
Jeff,
is that a good answer?
That's a great answer.
How many times have you shown up in court, Jeff, and had to say something like that? Because I feel like that was very good.
Way rehearsed.
Confirm or just.
I've only been in court one time.
Were you really? Did you have to say that exactly?
Did you win?
About confirm nor deny?
Yes. I got a bullshit straddling the lane ticket right by my house. And I was I was trying not to get hit because there's a Floyd's barbershop where people just pull out all the time.
Yeah.
And but I lived right after that. So I was like in the right lane, but I wanted to give myself a little space and then get back in so I didn't get creamed. And the cop was like, I think you're on your phone. And I was like, my phone is off and charging. And so he gave me the ticket, and I called him a dickhead for doing it. Did I ever tell you that story?
No.
I feel like you've told me.
And then I'm walking
stories.
back to my house, and I almost got hit by a car, and I looked at the cop and I said, hey, 26 and a 25, you want to pull him over for that? And then he goes, you weren't in a crosswalk. And I said, this is a residential zone. There are no crosswalks. You should probably learn the law. Anyway, I'll see you in court. And then I went to court, and I won.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. That is the story you have told me. I just didn't know the hilarious details.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Oh, wow, the part where he's like, not in a crosswalk. I'm like, this is a residential zone, dip. No crosswalks here.
Wow.
Oh my God. I see. Well, this is why you're good at what you do.
Yeah. This is how I'm going to get killed by a cop.
No to all cops. Jeff lives in Canada. He is nowhere to be seen in America. So
I'll send my address to these cops.
Okay.
Cops can't fight. That's why they have guns. They can't.
Okay.
You know how I know that? Because I used to train them how to fight.
Oh, is that right?
And they were bad. Yeah, I feel really guilty about that, if I can be 100% honest.
Oh, boy. Okay.
So shifting from comics, but we're going to come back because Tom, you were last time you were on the show, Marvel Zombies was on.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Decay, but I want to shift to Jen now. Jen, aside from just Primer, you've been working overtime in television. You had done Secret Invasion, which wasn't released by that time that we came out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, a lot's happened since then, and then Star Trek Prodigy at the same time, I think.
Which was just nominated, I believe, for, or not just nominated, but Star Trek Prodigy was nominated for I believe it was a Television Critics Association Award.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yes, very
earlier
awesome.
this month.
Yep.
And then also they gave name to the project that you officially announced that you had been working on, which was the Stranger Things Tales from 85.
That is correct. Yes. Finally, that was announced at Annecy in May or June. Yeah, end of May. And that should be coming hopefully soon. I mean, the Stranger Things season 5, our live action counterpart, will be pretty soon, I think. I think they announced that. I think that's and I think it's like Halloween and Christmas or something. That they already announced. And for
that's
us,
called Nightmare Before Christmas.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, I always mix the two up.
Yeah, that's the Halloween and Christmas combination. That's
yeah.
As Blink-182 says, we could be like Jack and Sally if you want.
Is that what they said?
Oh, is that what
and
that
we'll
means?
have Halloween on Christmas.
See the things I miss?
We'll wish we never end. Yeah, that's from Miss You.
I learned things from Jeff May.
You know that song where he goes, "Where are you? Oh,
Yes.
I'm so sorry." Yeah, there's a line in that where he's like, "We can live like Jack and Sally if you want."
I don't know that.
I've never been hip enough to know music, so I'm learning here.
That song
is
is
good.
like 20-something years old.
I wasn't hip back then either. No, I actually do know the song. I just never knew the lyrics.
You're hip to be square.
Hey, 80s
and
lyrics.
because you don't know music, just pretend that I invented that.
Oh,
You see Huey Lewis references, I get Huey Lewis references. So
my mom had a satin Huey Lewis in the news jacket.
She did.
And I remember looking at that and like, I'll get a girlfriend someday and I'll get
amazing. Who doesn't love a good satin bowling jacket?
It was like a black with like the neon pink and blue on the back.
I had an 80s. In the 80s, I had a nice purple satin bowling jacket as a child. So,
what purple satin? What?
Purple satin bowling jacket. So, but in the mid 80s, that's the way it was.
For a second, I thought you said Berlin, and I was like, that is a cut.
that would be amazing. Well, speaking of 80s, yes. So, yes.
So writing, you're writing a character. You're writing characters in 1985.
So it is. It takes place winter of 85 in between the two seasons of
first two seasons.
Season 2 and 3. It's in between season 2 and 3 of the live action show. Okay. So it's an unseen. I kind of do a lot of unseen moments. I did that with Star Wars Forces of Destiny, and I'm kind of doing that in a weird way.
Yeah, that's right.
Episodes, yeah.
Like when you let me suggest IG-88 go in an episode.
Yes. See, you just have hands in everything.
There it is. I got my assassin droid fingers in every
you do
pod here. Now, I have a question for you about that specific project. And I don't know how to word this, so I'll just say it very bluntly. How do you not go overboard on references to where it becomes annoying?
Yeah.
Because one of the things I noticed, and like I think Captain Marvel did a very bad job of playing it cool about the 90s, where they were like, Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Check it out. And like all the stuff where they were like, it's the 1990s, Like, how do you, did you have to work hard to find that balance? Because I find that doing anything period like that it's going to have that trapping, right?
I think we're careful. I think the executives help with that, by the way. I mean, and also some of the newer writers that would come in would overdo it, and we're like, you cannot have these many references. So like as the head writer and story editor, was kind of my job to be like, yeah, we have to like pick like 2 in the whole episode out of like 7 of them. So we'd have to rein that stuff back sometimes.
You were like, we're literally going to have to avoid the Noid in this situation.
Right. Exactly. And also, by the way, it's going to happen naturally by music and needle drops and things. It's going to happen like on its own without even, so we just try to, we were cognizant of that.
They should have put a part about the Challenger in there.
Oh boy.
Well, that was that 85? I thought that was
86.
87.
It was
Oh,
86.
86. Yeah. So we weren't there yet.
But also, that would have been neat, right?
Terrible.
Oh, like they retcon it so like the Demogorgon got on there.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yeah.
Wow.
And then they'd be like, I don't think this is in good taste. And like, wait until they're adults during 9/11.
Oh,
That's gonna get dark.
wow.
Oh.
That's
Enough time has passed in the Challenger. We can do that kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow, Jeff,
Right,
man, we should have
right.
had you in the writers' room.
I know.
Yeah.
So hear me out, and I'm just putting this out there. If we ever want to do like a crossbreeding thing, Challenger hits the second tower.
Goes to that time thing in like free. What is that? Millennium? What's that
Like the
movie?
Langoliers or some
Langoliers. There you go.
This is way over my pay grade.
Challenger hits the towers. Oh my gosh.
You should bring that in
Jeff
on day
May.
one, though. You should be like, I got an idea, and I know there's no bad ideas, so you can't say this is a bad idea.
And they're gonna be like, you're fired.
They're
The
like,
best part
"Yeah, you
about
are
that,
obviously fired.
yeah.
Clearly, yeah.
But it's so extreme that you can come up with even also horrible ideas that are as extreme that they would probably go for. If you
You're like, okay, then.
if you start there, yeah.
You
Well,
never know.
I guess we'll just have to do a new episode of a whole episode where they keep talking about new Coke.
Yes, yeah. We didn't. I think we skipped the new Coke. Any new Coke jokes as far as
They
I can
covered that in the
remember.
live action
They did indeed. Yes.
where he was like, I love new Coke. It's like, we didn't call it new Coke back then, did we?
That's right. Yeah.
Calling
Oh,
it,
was it called
just
new
Coke.
Coke?
it was
No,
just called Coke. No, it was called Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And then Coca-Cola Classic came in, and then I believe they branded it to New Coke, and then it just became called Coke. And then it was Coke 2, and then it died. Coke 2, by the way, that formula, you know when it lasted until?
No.
Like 2002.
Coke 2 did.
People
really?
think New Coke showed up and died within a year.
Oh,
No, it lasted until like 2002.
that's shocking.
Yeah.
No,
Someone was buying it.
Yeah. People that like discuss it. I mean,
nostalgia. Yeah.
New Coke just tasted like Pepsi. That's all it was. They just
Right.
screwed it up because Pepsi was winning the challenge, and they were like,
Right.
Add more
Pepsi
sugar.
challenges. All this 80s nostalgia. Yeah.
Do you think that was a psyop for them to get back on top? And they
Psyop,
were like, fine, here you
The,
go.
the challenge.
Here's a sweet Coke. Is this what you wanted? And then everyone's like, bring back the old Coke. And they're like,
Told you.
we've got it. And it's actually called Coca-Cola Classic now. Here you go. And then the
Enjoy.
sales went crazy.
Well, I was more of a
Smart
Dr.
marketing.
Pepper guy, so I didn't care, you know?
Just give me a Dr. Pepper. We love it.
Mountain Dew. Yeah, we love it. Exactly. You like Mountain Dew?
No.
Oh,
I like that Code Red. But the thing about Mountain Dew is
Code Red.
it's designed to be cut with moonshine.
Oh.
That's
can
why
see
it's
that.
so sickeningly sweet. It's
Yeah.
to cover up moonshine. That's
Okay.
Mountain Dew. It's
I'm down.
think of
I
the
can do
name. You got to remember too that Mountain Dew was a hillbilly logo up until 1991.
Really?
Yeah, it was a country music. It was like country Appalachian. It's Appalachian champagne.
Wow. This is the stuff. I'm telling you, I learned so much from Jeff May.
Stupid.
Endless.
Oh man, I'm just the worst. Sorry guys. So Jen, you
Yes.
obviously got Prodigy.
Yes.
You'll be at Star Trek Vegas if any of my patrons are going to be there, right? You're going to be at Mission Vegas on.
Yeah, I'm going to be I'm going to be Trek to Vegas. I'll be on a panel on Saturday it's going to be a writer's panel of like the history of Star Trek writing. And there's going to be original series writers and I think Deep Space Nine, and Picard and me. And yeah, it's going to be real fun.
That's cool.
You're going to have a blast fielding questions from people asking you to read their scripts.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'll hide in the bar. In the bar area.
When I host panels, one of the main things I say is like, we don't ask people to read scripts. We don't ask for them to give you a hug or pose for a photograph. And we do not record a cameo for your friend who couldn't make it. We do that at the booth, not while people are here.
Right.
Let me be the bad guy. So Gaten Matarazzo doesn't have to.
Oh, okay.
He was nice. So
He's very sweet.
So we got Star Trek, right? We got Stranger Things. What else we got going on here? What's boiling in the old kettle, kid?
Those two are plenty right now. What do you have going on, Tom?
Oh boy, the the big thing I got coming out is well, not that big, but I did a short story for the Creep Show comics. If you know the old Creep Show,
Yeah, that's
TV
it's a
show,
great anthology
movies.
comic. It's actually one of the rare comics on my pull list because
Oh, good.
I know pretty much someone who has done a story in almost every issue.
Yeah, you
Oh,
would.
that's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
It's
So that's
fun.
coming out in October. I did one with our old buddy Ted Raimi. You guys know Ted
Love my
Raimi,
Ted.
and yeah, we came up with a pretty sick story, kind of inspired by something that happened to me when I was a caddy on a golf course, and a golfer threw his club at me. So we kind of just took that, and made a horror story out of it.
Boy, did
So,
we grow up in different Massachusettses.
well, I grew up in a rich town, but we were the poor kids, and so we were forced to go caddy for the rich guys on the weekends, and that was never fun. So
Yeah.
I kind of, a little bitter about it. But
Is that Ryan Carr or did he do your art?
yeah, exactly. Thank you for calling him out because I forgot to. Ryan Carr is an amazing artist. He loves his horror. He does a lot of stuff with John Carpenter's company Storm King Comics, and he just did a George Romero comic that looks his art's beautiful. Ryan Carr, check him out. But yeah, he did it for us, and yeah, so easy to work with. Great stuff. But check it out, October. I think it's the Halloween issue.
Ted Raimi got the gig that I auditioned for on Buddy Thunderstruck.
Oh, that's right. We have talked about that. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
right. So yes, so
Because he
Ted
needed it. He needed the
he
gig.
needed it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, Jeff.
No, I don't think about that all the time.
No, yeah. So that was
Clearly.
hey, I'm just glad we get you in for the audition on that.
It was
one.
awesome. No, it was awesome. The lady I worked with worked on Batman the Animated Series.
That's
Marsha-
right.
Marsha
We had a bunch of
Marsha.
Emmys. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah, she was
were
nice.
great. I also auditioned for the show. I didn't get a role on it, and I wrote the show.
I had a friend that got a job. He was a writer and he got a character. So he would periodically write the character into more episodes. And they were like,
Yeah.
you can't keep doing this.
Oh, that's
And we
hilarious.
killed him off the first episode. Why do you keep bringing him back?
Stop trying to bring
It's a dream
Poochie back.
sequence. Yes, after
Yeah.
Poochie.
But that's really great. I mean, because obviously comics is comics. Because Tom, I mean, I you were doing a lot of animation writing when we met. Just mostly Primer. Was that did Primer give you that bug of being like, you know what? I think it might be comics for me.
It did for me. I think as much as I love animation, excuse me, I'm still getting over this cold. Yeah, there seems to be a lot more creative freedom in comics. There's a lot less hands involved giving you notes and shoving their ideas at you. It's been really organic for us, and especially with Primer, working with our editors at DC. And it is fun and it's fast, and the product comes out, generally much faster from finishing the script to the actual produced issue compared to writing a TV script and then for animation and seeing it come out 2 years later. So yeah, comics has been great, and I'm pursuing that now. I might be doing a graphic novel with another big publisher right now, and it was like a gateway superhero book for us to write, our very first comic book. And yeah, it's crazy because when I was a kid, I wanted to be a comic book artist, and that's all I wanted to do was do comics. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I gave it up because I couldn't draw that well and never pursued it. So I got in this roundabout way, and it's been amazing.
We absolutely love that, and that what an exciting place to go in that scenario, and to be reminded, by the way, at that DC mixer thing that we went to, that you belong there.
Yeah.
Which
Thank
I think
you.
is really great. Jen, you're still killing it in animation right now because we have obviously these two projects that are still coming out now. Stranger Things, when is that going to be released?
Good question. I don't think we have a date announced yet, but I think it'll probably be after I don't think it's going to be before the live action season 5. So it'll be thereafter. I mean, I doubt it'll be that much longer thereafter, but no set date yet. But it's coming. I mean, it's definitely coming, and I hear it's coming along very well. And the animation house is incredible, and it's going to look amazing. It's going to look, I think, shockingly good.
Netflix is producing great animation.
Yes, they are.
They're doing a great job. And so now, then, because you guys kind of brought that up, when did you wrap Jen, on that show. That's not because here's the thing is like, because Tom brought up, it's like you write something and then, it kind of has to marinate while it's being produced and created.
Like 2 years. Yeah.
Like that.
Oh,
so
it takes forever. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think Kevin Burke, our friend Kevin Burke, who's an amazing animation writer, he always said, we're always living either in the past or the future when you're an animation writer. You're never kind of in the present. You're either wrapped something a long time ago or it's something you can't talk about that's going to be freaking 2 years from now.
Yeah.
It's always, we're in forever this weird like limbo.
And so can you say when you wrapped your gig on that? Are you allowed?
It was last year, I think.
Oh, okay.
You still don't know when it comes out.
There's 4 quarters in that.
But it takes a while. It takes a long while.
Yeah, it's not in any form of criticism. I'm just like, out of my own curiosity, I'd love to know, because Tom, you did bring that up, where it's like with a comic, it's like 4 months later, it's out after wrapping. But with a cartoon or a film or TV or live action, it's obviously a much longer process.
Especially animation, more than even live action, and it's just so long. Yeah, I don't know. Even I was just gonna say, even if technology changes, the pipeline still takes a long time. I haven't seen it get that much quicker over the years. It's still a very detailed process.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's an cool art. I mean, it's an art. It truly.
Disagree. No.
Hard disagree. Hard disagree.
Hard disagree. It's not art because it's not in a museum.
And it's for kids. Cartoons are for kids. Blah.
Comics.
I don't know.
What are you, in jail?
Yeah. I'm working on a video game now, and that won't come out for about 3 years probably, or they want about 2 years. Yeah, it's I can probably talk about it.
Wait, can you talk about it? Because I was going to make a joke of saying, what is it? But I was actually afraid you'd answer.
Oh no, the trailer came out just earlier this summer, and it was a massive hit with the fans at this convention for video games, I guess, where they announced games. It's called Felt That Boxing. It's by the guys that made our Buddy Thunderstruck show. So it's by the Robot Chicken guys, Seth Green's team. And it's a boxing video game. Stupid Buddy Studios, thank you. And the trailer came out. It's been huge. And so now I'm actually working on writing that. So
a boxing video game.
A boxing video game, but like twisted the way you do puppets. Yeah. And it looks great.
And you're only telling me about this now.
I just got hired on last week, I think. So yeah.
We saw each other last week.
Tom.
Did we? Yeah. I was too busy. I was too busy telling you to introduce me to people at the party. That's what I love
Muppets.
I know.
And I love fighting.
I'll say that's right, as a boxer. Yeah.
Jeez.
You'd be maybe I'll try to get you an audition for this video game voiceover that they can also deny
because I don't want Ted Raimi to be the featured boxer.
Right, that'll happen again. Just keep losing out to Ted Raimi for the rest of your life.
Thanks for putting that in my head. I should call Ted Raimi for this.
No, don't. Oh, God, no. I specifically asked you not to do this. Well, hey, you guys are incredible. You're
incredible. Happy anniversary, Jeff. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. One of the things that I'm really stoked on is the idea that you guys can create something great. You can create something that maintains traction, that has good energy, good vibes, while also being like divorced.
Amicably divorced. Yeah.
Like that's so uniquely unheard of. Like,
well,
I mean, you're co-parenting a teenager.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess
but that you co-created.
Yeah.
Which is also technically the case. But I just think that's really cool and really neat. I feel like my listeners should go and check out official Jennifer Muro. That's OFFICIALJENNIFERMURO on the Instagram, as well as Krajewski_Tom. That's KRAJEWSKI_TOM, which is very funny because I dated a girl with that last name. And I was like, Krajewski, and she's like, it's Krajewski. And I was like, I don't think it is, but that's fine. You say it however you want to. It's your name. But also, you're probably wrong.
I'm really hoping that whoever this girl was like my secret twin sister separated at birth.
She was I can say 6 feet tall, Tom.
Yeah. You saw the movie Twins, right? This twin came out perfect, and I came out a short piece of crap.
Did you know that Twins 2 was going to have Eddie Murphy in it?
I thought Twins 3 is what they were. Oh yeah, Twins 2. Yes, you're right. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, how
I think
funny.
Twins 3.
God, we almost had
Triplets. Yeah.
Twins 2.
Yeah.
You are a wealth of knowledge, Mr. May.
Oh man, that would be great. Jen and Tom, thank you so much for being not just incredibly cool friends, but just incredibly wonderful people.
Oh, thank you, Mr. May.
Everybody, go check out Primer if you hadn't. Set the alarms for some vague time in the future where you can get all of their comics and watch all of their TV shows as they're on. Watch Star Trek Prodigy. Keep it going.
Yes, please.
And,
thank you.
And if you're going to be at the Star Trek Mission Vegas at the Rio, the illustrious Rio, say hi to Jen Muro and me. I'll be there. Shoplift.
Fantastic. The Trexford stage.
I'll be home drinking alone.
Yeah, with nobody here.
That's right.
You know, that's a very topical music reference. That's the most recent song Tom knows how to reference.
That's right. I did my best. Yep. You sing it because I have a terrible voice.
Yeah, with nobody else.
Yeah.
When I drink alone.
Yep.
I prefer to be by myself.
Love it. Yeah, it's true. Very true.
Honestly, I don't even know how much Zoom took that up. Hey, say goodbye to listeners, everybody.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. All right, love you guys. Bye. Hey, everyone. Our artwork is created by Justin T. Brown, who can be found at Artness by Justin Brown on Instagram, as well as artnessbyjustinbrown.com. That dope music you heard is by Troy Nababon, available at Troy Nababon on Instagram, as well as at Troy Nababon.